in a Tub presents the Tubcast. Featuring Eric.
Oh, you see that guy? He's all like,
Kyle.
Is he transgender?
Jeremy.
We're gonna make America great.
Trevor.
I mean, why didn't he just go to the bus?
And special guest Nathan.
Does this mean we're finally gonna get to see Big Bird's chicken breast?
All right, it's time for the Tubcast live. Tubcast live. We're here to bring you the news of the week and talk about things, maybe things that you want to talk about, and also to just embrace each other warmly on a cold winter night. We will cuddle and snuggle, and Trevor's out of it. Trevor doesn't want to cuddle. Trevor's doesn't.
Way to be a jerk.
I don't cuddle.
Trevor doesn't cuddle.
We could go his way.
No.
Yeah, do it. Cuddle him.
We could go Nathan's way. Wink, wink. How's it going over there, Nathan?
Just fine. How's it going over there?
Oh, you know,
We could all go special guest.
Yep. I always look over to you because in the studio you're on my right, but in reference to the people watching at home, you're on the lower left. So I need to kind of look down over here, but that's really awkward.
You need to look down. Look
You know
down.
what?
You'll always be a slave. Look down. Look down. You're standing in your grave.
Okay.
I got a great idea.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
got a great idea. Here's what you do. To solve this problem, all you'd have to do is completely rework the layout of our set.
Okay.
Okay, if we put you in Trevor's spot.
Okay. I already don't like this, but go ahead.
Okay, what if you visually just flipped us right to left?
Why
on
would
the
you make
replay?
us backwards like that?
Why not
So
just
we could
move
never
the,
wear shirts with words on them.
Okay, I'm done already with this.
Why not just
first.
move the TV? That sounds like the much simpler option.
Well,
Well,
I
but
thought
I-
maybe you could go like another maybe 10% less cam whore and just like move the TV
completely off the screen?
yeah.
Off the screen.
Yeah.
That would make me 100% less camera.
Claw says it's freezing cold. Where are you?
Yeah, Claw, let us know. Dox yourself on Twitch.
I mean,
just
not
region.
General region.
Please share your
State-
address,
state
social
if you were
security
comfortable.
number,
Please-
phone number.
IP address.
Credit card number.
Yes.
Please don't tell me you're in hell, because if it's freezing there, a lot of things are going to happen.
No, a lot of
Actually-
things already have happened.
Let's make it fun. Just give me your IP address.
And then Jeremy will try to find you.
Let's see if I can dox you by 15 minutes
that's
into the
terrible.
show.
Jeez, Jeremy.
That'd be like a challenge, right?
Well, you wouldn't actually share the information.
No, I'd share it with him and say, "Am I right?"
You PM him and
Yeah,
creep
or
him
her.
out.
I mean, as Claw.
Jeremy's gonna slide into your
gender
DMs.
identified on the show. I
Did
don't
you
know.
just assume his gender?
I was.
Did you just assume his gender?
You just said his.
I know. I said it on purpose.
Did you?
Oh,
Did you
boy.
really?
It's the Irish.
Assume the position.
The Ira what?
It's wasted on you guys.
Uncle Iroh from Avatar?
I think he's trying to say the irony of it all. But
Oh, I was thinking the ironing.
Yeah.
The Indian Hira Hayes.
The iron,
Iron fist of it all.
The Iron Fist.
the Iron
That's-
Maiden.
Did you see that preview? That
Crazy
trailer?
Legs is here.
Did you see
Bang.
the Iron Fist trailer?
It looks
Did
good.
I see the
That
Iron
looks
Fist?
good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
trailer.
know Kyle would. It did look good.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
looks
it was
great.
a little like
Hey, No Scope,
it
thanks
threw
for
me back at the beginning just a little bit.
thanks for sharing us with your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
So it was a throwback?
That. No.
What was a throwback?
He said
Why
it threw him back.
The Iron Fist trailer threw him back. He said
How did it throw you back?
you were shocked by how cool it looked.
Yeah.
What?
Just elaborate. We're here to talk, right?
No, for real, Jeremy. Why did it throw you back?
Well, because they didn't really. Not until the end of the trailer did they really focus on him being the actual Iron Fist.
Okay.
Like if you didn't see the last 10 seconds, you probably and didn't know the name of the title, you could be like, I don't know what this film is like, who this character is.
Well,
You know what I
Why is
mean?
that-
Like, I kind
I-
of like that.
Why is
film.
that House of Tyrell in modern days? Wait, is that no? That's not the right name, is it?
yeah, Tyrell.
Yes, I got it.
Well,
Nailed
I
it.
assume it'll follow a similar pattern to the first season of Daredevil, where he didn't really get the costume until the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Luke Cage, where he didn't really get the costume till the last episode.
There's a new.
Or like Jessica Jones.
Yeah, there's
when
a
she
new.
didn't get the costume
There's a new
till the last episode.
anti-superhero TV
Yeah.
show that just started.
It's anti-superhero.
Yeah, it's on the Hulu. It's a Hulu exclusive. It's called Powerless.
That's not a Hulu
I was
exclusive.
gonna say
Isn't
that's
it?
on.
That's
It's on
what it
NBC.
was.
NBC.
He's
Yeah.
correct.
Oh,
It's on NBC.
Okay, well, okay, cool.
It's
well,
a
it just
comedy.
started.
When you don't have cable or
yeah,
an antenna,
when you don't
it is a
believe, when you
Hulu
don't believe in
exclusive.
being,
Yeah.
when you don't believe being connected to the cable company.
That's the one that stars Alan Tudyk as Batman's cousin.
Yeah.
Clawplay says they're not looking forward to Iron Fist. They don't think that it will be good. They didn't like the trailer.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Oh.
You're entitled to your
Yeah,
opinion.
you are entitled to an opinion.
Kyle doesn't like your opinion, though.
You don't like a lot of my opinions, so
that's
it
fine.
happens.
I didn't say I did. I don't have
Kyle,
to
that's
like your
because
opinions.
you don't agree with
Yeah,
all-
Kyle. Eric is entitled to his opinion of your opinions.
Yeah, too.
Yeah,
That's-
he's entitled to be opinionated about everyone else's opinions.
That's
So
how
are you.
diversity works.
So are
That's
you.
true.
That's the pleasure of America.
Yeah.
As so they say. Claude Plays wants to know if any of us watch anime.
I don't.
Not really.
I watched one anime that I liked.
Yeah.
Samurai Champloo. I like that one a lot.
Samurai Shampoo.
Champloo.
Champloo.
It's really good. It was on Netflix for a while, but I saw it back in the day when MTV used to play anime late at night.
I saw that Samurai Jack is coming back.
Do like meat pie? Not really. It's gross.
I kind of want to watch Samurai Jack. I never watched it when I was growing up.
Samurai Jack is more American anime.
Well, still. He said samurai. That made me think of Samurai Jack.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the only anime I've watched is not anime.
Yeah, Power Rangers doesn't count.
No, I was talking about Avatar.
That doesn't count either.
Yeah, because it's
I
not true anime.
I watched all of Death Note because my ex was super into Death Note. And I own a couple Miyazaki movies. That's about it.
Okay.
I have an uncle who's oddly enamored with anime, but I think he likes more of the maybe darker stuff that's out there, and I don't want to even talk about that, so I'm gonna stop.
Are you talking about tentacle stuff?
Hey, now hold on, guys. Everybody's becoming hating on me.
What?
For what?
Why are we hating on you?
Now Mutiny Teddy hates me. I understand Crazy hates me. There's nothing I can do about that.
Trev has become my least favorite.
I-
now. He's saying that's an alternate fact.
No,
so
I-
technically,
Yeah, technically.
the truth. It's not the truth.
Okay.
Crazy
Or-
just says,
or
"Oh,
maybe-
No, they're both true.
He said, "Oh, Mutiny Teddy, did you not, or did he not invite you to D&D this week?" Probably.
He didn't invite. We were just talking about that before
Yeah.
the show, and we found out that Nathan is a member of this elusive clan.
So hate him too.
Trevor
So, no,
just
no.
joined.
Or
No,
hate him too.
Trevor just allowed you to join.
Trevor just joined. I've been in this
did
for weeks.
just join this one.
Oh,
Oh,
well
so
then,
you've been holding out on us, too.
So when are we invited? Since Trevor obviously
We're not invited,
can't
guys.
invite
Would you
us?
just drop it? We would ruin it.
Is
It's
it because we're too old?
No,
No,
it's because we would ruin it.
It's
We
because
would
it's
ruin the
already
fun.
it's already a huge group.
It is huge.
But really, what it is we would ruin it. Okay,
We
guys.
would.
We
They don't-
would.
They don't think we can.
We would not
roleplay.
take it
Hang on,
seriously.
hang
We
on.
would not take
Hang
it
on.
seriously,
Eric,
and we
if
would
you
lose
weren't
it.
there, I would take it
I
seriously.
would take it seriously.
Okay, I would not take it seriously.
Right.
So
and if
I would
was
ruin
with
it.
you, if I was with you, I would not.
Yeah,
take
you
it
would
seriously.
actually help you ruin it.
Yeah, I would be. If I was there, the two of
See,
you would be
you
like,
would
"We're
raise
gonna
that.
act a fool too."
Eric would be the guy that's like, you go up and you're just like, you approach your number one ally in the world. He is your best friend. And Eric's like, I'm going to kill him.
Sure.
What's wrong with that?
I wouldn't be. That's just petty. I wouldn't be like that. I'd just be making up cool characters, like
He
the
just-
rainbow unicorn that is like a Pegasus, but it doesn't have wings because it's handicapped and it
But
has
it's
like a
only 3
handicapped
feet
unicorn
tall.
sticker on its side.
But it's like a short.
tattoo.
It's like a short pony.
But like it's a Pegasus though, but everybody thinks it's a unicorn because
Yeah.
its wings got
But
sawed
what's
off.
its special power?
It can make people diarrhea.
Oh, okay. But in a rainbow.
No, not diarrhea. It's
in a
same.
rainbow. In the colors of the rainbow.
No, it's real bad diarrhea.
Oh, okay.
It's like chunky
Like-
Indian food diarrhea.
Guys,
Oh,
guys,
like because it had
Just-
peanuts in it.
just so
And
everyone
corn.
knows, Claw Plays says you don't need to say that about me because I'm a guy. Why do I have to say this again?
Because we always assume gender.
Sorry. It was mostly a joke. So
We're the worst when it comes to that.
I mean, it's called Men in a Tub, so we kind of wager our bets that our demographic swings male.
And
But-
Wait,
we've been
are-
over half
disproven.
the
Now
time
you're
we're
saying
wrong.
our demographic swings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
we,
we're okay
we've
with
been
that. Like on the
wrong
playground.
most of the time.
Yeah, we have been wrong a lot.
We
But-
got the ladies who watch.
But for real though, Trevor, when are you gonna get this thing going? Because we want
What
to.
thing?
We want a Dungeons
What
and
thing?
Dragons.
He's already moved on.
Yeah, we can get
Because
it.
if
we
it's
can
just
get
us
we can get it
and-
arranged. I have a DM lined up. So
If it's just us and Eric
You've been saying
makes
that for
it
a
crazy,
year.
then that's not going to be any issue to anybody else because it'll just be us.
Here's
you know.
what, I think it would just add to it because it is crazy to begin with. Really, I mean, it is not in a bad way.
I don't know why, Trevor. I've never been the guy that just kills someone because that's Jeremy. I don't know why you're putting that on me.
I blow
Jeremy's the
people's
one
trucks
that
in
blew
GTA.
trucks up.
That's
okay, I was
totally
mostly
different.
saying
Wow.
a joke. I was
Guys-
trying to further the joke.
That was like
that
3
a
years
trigger
ago,
word?
and it still comes up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Kyle is triggered, guys.
I'm not triggered.
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 We should get a trigger warning.
I'm not the
but-
one that rage quit. that
We'll get
night.
one of those lights behind us.
I didn't rage quit that night.
That's shut up.
Oh yeah, that was Jeremy that rage quit.
It wasn't really. I mean,
Quitted.
it was.
That's how
Actually.
you
Yeah,
say
it
right?
really was.
Might have been when I broke my controller. I mean, my kids broke my controller. I didn't.
Sure.
Your kids are such jerks.
I know, right?
Why would they break your
I love my
controller?
kids. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you just said they broke your controller though.
Well, I mean, because they're kids. It's not like they meant to.
Yeah. All right. Well, Trevor, someday I hope that you will invite us to your thing. And
We hope a lot of people invite us to a lot of things.
do we?
I think so, don't we? We want to be a part of your lives.
See,
Wow.
Trevor's already playing with God of Atheists in the chat. That's how much he's taunting us.
No, that's fine. I think Trevor can sense my hesitation to even want to do this, so that's probably why he's been like, kind of like pump the brakes on it. Just because once he started saying, "Yeah, you got to buy this book, and then you got to do this," and I was just like, "Whoa, I don't know anything to do with this." I was just like, so
That's why Trevor's supposed to buy the books.
yeah, Trevor
I'm
has to
in,
buy
but-
all of us
I-
books.
I'm in, but
rich,
that's just
you know.
because I'm competitive and I want to win at everything. So,
You're competitive?
no.
I don't
What
know.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
I just like other people who are actually good at something.
So Iron Fist, that might be good,
Yeah,
but
I'm
according
excited.
to Claw, it's gonna be terrible. So I don't know.
Maybe that's because he's jealous. The claw versus the fist. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a thing. I think it's the first trailer the first time I've seen one of the trailers and gone, oh, that actually looks good. So maybe it will be
For
bad.
Iron Fist?
Yeah, because like I didn't think Luke Cage looked that good in the trailer. I didn't think that Daredevil looked that great in the trailer.
were good,
and
so-
they were really good. And so I'm kind of like, and I really didn't think Jessica Jones looked good in the trailer.
So you're like the anti-meter.
Yeah, so like seeing this trailer, I was like, wow, this actually looks good, and that's weird. So
So
maybe
it's gonna be
You've
terrible.
heard it here. You've heard it here, folks. Do the opposite of what Eric likes.
yeah.
Could it mean that it's something that I don't know. That's weird.
I think it looks good. I'm really excited for the
Yeah.
Iron Fist. I don't know anything about Iron Fist. I don't know anything about I don't know the origin story. I don't know anything.
Do you think maybe some of it is that after 3 series and thinking that they weren't going to be good, you've just kind of bought in and
Maybe.
thought that okay.
But I like the way
it's-
that this trailer was. It just kind of was like, yep, this is going to be an origin
maybe
story.
because
Get
it
ready,
wasn't
guys.
like it didn't push the superhero feel.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's
I don't know, but none of them really do. I mean,
They focus on character. I think is what makes.
well,
them,
Luke
yeah.
Cage did because that trailer was just him going through a hallway with a door.
There was
Yeah,
a
that
new Logan
trailer
trailer
wasn't
that
that
came out
great.
Oh,
today,
I-
too.
I
I
think
was-
what. Oh, go ahead.
I was meaning the show in general.
I think what it was there were no hallway fight scenes in the trailer, and so that might have been what sold me on it. Because every other one of
Okay.
the trailers, they have hallway fight scenes, and it's
That's
annoying.
true.
I'm like, why do you guys like shooting these fight scenes in hallways? And so I don't know. Maybe we'll see. So we played Ghost Strands. That's
Ghost
the game.
Strands.
Ghost Strands
Ghost
Bataclan.
Rancon.
Ghost Strands Bataclan.
It's just the ghost of Ayn Rand all over the place.
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, we played
That
a
would be good.
Ghost Recon Wildlands beta on Friday. You can check that out on YouTube.
Yes.
And that looks fun. Trevor, you're excited. You spent a long time playing that game.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited for that one.
I didn't spend a lot of time playing it.
I continued
played
to
it
play
for
the
the
night
stream.
we were playing, and
Yeah.
I beat everything.
I think
in
I
that-
just
that was
identified
available.
immediately that I want to play this with people.
Yes.
I don't want to
Oh,
play it by
yeah.
myself.
It's a different game.
And so, like,
Solo.
it's just a game, like, I don't think it would be very much fun. I played a little bit in the beginning by myself, and I was just like, I'm never going to play this by myself. If I get this game, people better play it with me.
You know what
or
the
I'm
problem
not.
is?
So you're getting it on Xbox.
I got to, because
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause of
that's
me.
where you play.
Yeah.
When's it come out?
I mean, that's,
When's it
well,
come out?
Ubisoft
Isn't that like
is
end of
you
March?
play.
When's
Or is it
come
early
out?
March?
March 3rd or 7th or something like that.
Ah, right near Switch.
Can we
time.
talk about how much Ubisoft like totally ruined the whole code system though?
Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't. They just made it really hard to play on multiple consoles of beta and like to share with.
That was
Oh,
annoying.
yeah.
Oh, that's why. That way.
Well, then
I
their
wasn't
whole
for that.
servers like were crashing
Oh yeah,
just
when you
to
were
get
trying to.
just to get the codes.
Oh,
Well, and they
yeah, I
weren't
did
even
have a little bit
codes.
of
They were
problem.
just like you had to invite, like send
Yeah.
invites.
Well, then
to
they
people.
gave you an email, 2 emails, and the second email had the code.
Yeah.
Well, they did say the open beta is coming up here in probably 2 weeks now.
oh really?
so-
We might have to
yeah.
play that again.
Yeah, we'll do that.
and I-
March 7th. Yeah,
I
that's the
think
date.
that the other part of it too was that I had identified immediately that it wasn't like one of those games that you're in like a big multiplayer playing against each other. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like.
Oh, you
know
didn't
what I
realize
mean?
it was story.
I didn't realize how much
Just
story.
Cause 3. I'm telling you.
Well, I understand that, but I'm saying
Mercenaries.
before I had played it, I didn't realize how much storyline was going to be a part of it. So that because I guess I was kind of thinking it was going to be Division-esque.
the
yeah.
the
And
factions are kind of boring.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's one of those things that I was like I immediately after that stream that night, I played a little bit the next morning, and then I was like, okay, I've got enough of this. I don't feel like spending any more time on it because I can't really progress.
But did you get? Did you
So-
guys? Did any of you look at how big the actual map is though?
Not really.
Because the section they had opened to us was probably
It's about a 20th the size of the whole map.
yeah. So
That's
based
cool.
on that,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Huge.
big.
That would
Yeah,
explain
it's
why
huge.
they had like helicopters on every corner.
I
They're just
saw a
like-
comparison of the map sizes, which was interesting because I didn't figure it'd be bigger than the GTA 5 map. It's about 2.5 times the GTA map with water.
wow.
So, which I mean, isn't necessarily an indicator, but it still wasn't nearly as big as the Just Cause 3 map, though. Because that map was just ginormous.
Speaking of video games, Trevor,
Yeah.
did you get any? Did you play some Resident Evil 7 yet?
I did play a little bit of Resident Evil. I didn't get too far.
how far did you get?
I've
I doubt
Well,
you're ahead
it's-
of me or Eric.
no, I'm not ahead of you guys at all. I just barely started.
Did your wife stab you?
No, not yet. I'm assuming that's going to
Whoa,
happen.
you're not
in
very
a
far
sec.
at all.
No, I'm not very far at all.
Did you play like 10 minutes?
I didn't have much time. I
was
did
gonna
this.
say,
I did
like-
this right before the stream yesterday.
Oh, and it was too scary.
And it was pretty intense, and I also was just I had to get going, so I was like,
were you
I
playing it in your headset?
it doesn't work for VR yet.
Oh.
It only works for PlayStation VR currently. It will work for HTC Vive soon,
In a year.
but yeah, in a year, or yeah, not soon. So what?
That game is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so well made and so like I don't know, just such a departure from the last few Resident Evil 7s. 7s is what I'm saying. I was reading the chat and I
The
said
sevens.
Resident. All the 7s have been so different than this 7. No, but it is really a departure, and I mean it kind of goes back to its roots with the original Resident Evil in a lot of ways. But it's this is first person, and it makes me unsettled, and I have not had that experience with a game in a long time. That I don't even know if I can remember a game that has made me feel so unsettled while playing it. The jump scares aren't cheap; they're legitimate. They legitimately will terrify you, and it's not. And it's weird the way it is. I don't know how to explain it.
I did already call one of the jump scenes that they tried to set you up with,
Oh yeah.
because it was one of those that I was like, I don't want to like spoil anything. I know you already had gotten past it. It's near the end of the portion in the house,
Yeah.
and there's a confrontation that happens, and it was like I saw where I needed to go, and I was like, something's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
Like
You could, but
yeah.
the problem is you could do that every minute of that game.
It's true.
You could go,
There's-
there's something gonna happen, and it doesn't. That's why that game is
Right.
good, because 90% of the time when you think that,
Right,
you're wrong.
yeah.
There's nothing
Nothing's
there.
gonna happen.
Exactly.
And so when it does happen, you're like, oh crap, I didn't expect it.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
but I mean, a lot of times, yeah, I do that. I'm like, oh, when I go around this door, when I open this door, when I go around the corner, when I go in this hole, that's what she said. It's just. you just expect it, and so when it doesn't happen, it constantly does not happen. So you kind of get like trained to not expect it in some ways, and then
I think
you
I
poop
think
your
that
pants.
I tried to go through. There was a place in the first part of the house that you can go, and you're severely overpowered. And I was trying to like brute force that over and over again.
See a claw.
And then I finally realized that there was a different route that I could go that would help me actually progress through the game.
Yeah.
And once it was weird because like as I was going through that portion of the house, I had gotten accustomed to what I was seeing and where everything was. So it was like that anxiety or whatnot kind of disappeared. But then after I got past that point and actually progressed, then it was like, oh, okay. Now I'm kind of back in that terrified spot again.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing feels right again. So I'm excited to play further.
Yeah, I don't know how much further I've got, but I might stream it more because honestly, streaming that game makes it so much easier to play in the middle of the night. Because I feel like even when no one's watching, I still feel like I need to talk and like talk through everything, and I'm just like, okay, this is good. It's blonding. I'm having a good time.
Well, how long did you play the other night?
When I streamed it,
Yeah.
an hour and a half or something like that. So
because it was funny because I logged on and went to Twitch right as the notification came up because I was like, I bet he's playing Resident Evil. And it pulled up, and it was right at the save location that I had just saved
really?
at like a
And
couple
you're like,
days
I'm not
before.
watching this.
And I was like, yep, bye. Sorry, I'd
Spoilers.
stay, but I'm not going to spoil it for myself.
yeah, I would have ruined all the jump scares.
Helping keep you company and not scared.
Yeah, that's all right. Nobody watched me, by the way, so I felt pretty bummed about that.
I watched you for a few minutes.
No, I know.
Sorry.
I think Nathan was on, though. Nathan, did you just turn it on for the fun of it, or were you logged in from another computer or something? Did you? Or you weren't?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I was just saying he's not listening.
When he was playing
I was playing
the other
Resident
night.
Evil the other night, and I think I saw you were in this on the stream, but I just wondered maybe you like were logged in from.
Oh yeah, I pulled you up so I could get more tub bucks.
Oh, okay, good idea.
Using his stream.
So Kyle, what's the deal?
But
with
I
your-
don't think you got any tub bucks because it wasn't the Men in a Tub account.
Oh, it might have been though.
No, I was watching because it was hosted
it.
on the Men in a Tub.
Then you
You were
watched
watching
it on the
Men in a
hosted
Tub.
account.
Yeah.
Nathan knows how to get the tub bucks.
I wonder if that actually works.
Yeah, it does because Revlo was in there.
Okay, then.
But I don't know if it's tracking if you're not streaming.
Am I
It is streaming
Am
'cause
I
it's hosting.
tracing IPs? No, Jeremy's tracing.
Jeremy's
IPs.
trying to figure things out because
Jeremy's
he's a
trying to
creep.
dox
I
people.
want you to trace me like one of your French IPs.
Titanic.
They created more
OMG,
hashtags.
I have. That's disgusting. Thank you for following us, though. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it.
for the follow.
I'm not gonna repeat that, but
Jeremy,
it's
you
all
wanna
over
give
the
them
internet.
100
now.
tub
I'll
bucks?
take care of it if they're in the chat.
I think that might have just been that will be funny when that goes on the screen.
I
You
don't-
guys did
I
it.
don't think they're in the chat.
I feel like we've still got a jokester that's just creating
I'm
tons
I'm
of
okay
accounts.
with that. Just keep them logged in longer.
Yeah, just get our numbers up. It's fine. Kyle, your mailman.
Yeah,
What's wrong
I've
with
gotten
him?
I've gotten a couple different notes because I haven't paid him back, and he paid for some postage apparently.
Wait,
And
your mailman.
Yeah. Yeah, my mailman. So I got a letter from a family member. It was like a gift card or something to Best Buy. And they had put one of like those 1-cent stamps on instead of one of those more universal ones. And it was he taped this thing to it that said, "Hey, you were like 30 cents short on this postage, so I've paid for it, but you owe me." And I was like, "I'm not going to pay you. That's stupid. That is absolutely stupid." And then I got
So
another
he left
note.
a note that
Yeah.
he personally paid for
He
it.
had personally paid for it. And I'm thinking to myself, how is it that I owe you money because you delivered this letter that was already in your bucket of mail? It had already gotten to the destination, so it had been paid for enough. And how is it that it wasn't stopped at the post office originally and sent back to the sender to remedy that? And that's my fault. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Have you guys ever done the thing where you mail letters for free?
No, how do you do that?
I have a guess.
you
You
Can I
return. You
guess?
put the return addresses where
Yeah.
you're sending it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna guess.
It's work. It works.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the post office needs the money, right?
No, they're fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you put the return address as where you want to send it, and then you put like your address or some fake address as the address you want it to go to, preferably a fake address. And then, what you do is you just don't put post on it, and then they send it back because they're like, well, we can't mail this, and then so they send it to the return
Yeah, but
address.
you can't do it from your like house because the postman will see
Well,
that.
yeah, you gotta drop it in the
drop it off
mailbox.
in one of
Drop it
those
off
little
in a
mailbox.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, the only reason I found that out is because my parents were in a city and they moved to another city, but they left a PO box, and they'd have me go check that PO box. And one time, my mom had mailed a ton of mail and she forgot to put stamps
She
on
put
all
the
of it.
wrong-
She forgot to put stamps on all of it, and she put the return address as Omaha, but she mailed it from South Dakota. All that stuff showed up in the Omaha box, like a whole stack of mail.
Wow.
Because that was the return address. So it totally works.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Muni Teddy says that is a felony, Eric, and I am reporting you.
Okay, it's fine. I never did it. I never did it personally.
And yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it makes me laugh because number one, it's 30 cents. So why? is
no,
it
it's
that
like
you're-
49 cents now.
Whatever. It was 30 cents that he said that I owed him.
You
Okay.
can't even buy a candy bar with that anymore.
Yeah. Secondly, like
I remember when you could.
Wait, so
again-
did he leave you a second note?
yeah, he left me a second note.
He's
'cause
like,
I
"You owe
hadn't
me
paid
30
Yeah,
cents."
he's like, just a reminder on such and such date, I left you a message.
Does he want you to put it in the mailbox and leave it there?
He had left like an envelope that said what was due because he had paid for it out of pocket. And
Dude, just put 30 cents in the envelope.
I'm moving in 2 weeks, so I really don't
Just
care.
put 30 cents in the pocket and make the guy feel great about
I,
it.
I guess.
Or put a
probably.
dollar in there
you-
and just be like, "Thank you, sir. Kind
Thank you.
sir."
No,
Kind
dollar
sir.
and a penny.
Yeah.
For holding me responsible for the failure of the post office to not pick up on this
And then
before
he's-
it was sent from a completely other city.
Then he's gonna go postal on you.
Maybe.
That hurt.
That's a real thing. That's a real.
Oh, we understand that's a real thing.
I know.
Why
we know
is
it's a
that
real
boo
thing.
you suck? I don't get it.
Just because it's like a really bad pun.
Yeah.
It played like a pun,
It
even though
played
it
like
is
a
an
pun. Maybe-
actual occurrence.
It is a thing, yeah. Postal.
I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that the whole postal service isn't, constitutionally
God of
mandated part
Atheists-
the federal
Oh, boy.
government, blah, blah,
God
blah.
of Atheists wants to know if we have a P.O. box yet so he can send us a blow-up sheep.
We need to get that.
What do you do with the blow up sheet?
We don't ask questions like that.
You keep your pants tucked into your boots.
She
Let me
says
put it that way.
he said it's BPA free, so it's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Nathan,
that's
I
nice.
understood that.
Yep. I went to school with a bunch of farmers.
Let's
If you follow them around with a bucket and saran wrap and a straw, never mind.
The farmers or the sheep?
What is happening here?
I just don't. It's like the GIF. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
It's not worth.
It's
You're
like a
right.
cheap.
You're right.
Meth, it's like a cheap meth trick.
That reminds me,
Okay. Whoa.
because you said GIF.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little last night, but our latest episode of Viaria has gotten some attention
Oh no.
because of a GIF.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were going to talk about that tonight.
We were going to talk about that.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
We're gonna.
I aggressively.
You did. You
turned to
scared me a lot. So
Hostile
Nathan,
Welcome to the family.
Nathan, how are you feeling tonight? By the way, because people haven't seen you. They need proof of life.
Well, my mouth's a little sore,
Okay.
but other than that, I'm fine.
Your mouth is a little sore.
That's a dangerous thing to say.
Okay, so roll call in the chat. Who's seen the latest episode of Viaria?
Yeah, let us know if you've seen the
Nathan,
latest
you don't
episode
count.
of Viaria.
Oh,
Raise
but
your-
I'm in. But I'm in
Raise
the
your
chat.
hands if you've seen
Yeah,
it.
in the chat, raise your hands.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
Jeremy, have you seen it?
Yes,
Because last night you hadn't.
I had.
Cash me how about that?
Just because I don't memorize the entire episode, 10 minutes worth, you guys think I'm a horrible person, but I'm just forgetful.
I feel like that's a crutch for you, bro.
I feel. Yeah, man. come on.
Sometimes I need a crutch for real.
Why do you need a crutch?
It's only when it's real cold.
That's right.
So yeah, there's the 50/50 club that we submitted a gift. So here, let me explain a little backstory.
Yeah.
If you watch Viaria, we had a scene where I had an airsoft gun in my hand and I was filming it and I had it pressed against Nathan's cheek. And he proceeded to it wasn't loaded, but it was cocked. He proceeded to turn and put his mouth over the barrel, and it kind of caught me off guard.
I was doing the Fight Club thing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, true. And I just wasn't expecting it, and I pulled the trigger. and when I pulled the trigger, it shot air into his mouth, and it startled him, and he flung back quite aggressively, almost like he had been shot, and all of it had gotten caught on film because we were filming it. And so what I did is I cut together part of that, and I did some finagling with it to make it look like he actually got shot. I added some blood splatter and muzzle flash and everything like that, and I posted it to a subreddit that's called 50/50.
Hey Nathan, do you want to grab the airsoft gun so we can validate that this is?
I mean, they know.
a fake
We showed
firearm?
it. We showed it in
Yeah,
Vireo.
if you watch,
Okay.
if you
I'm
watch
not actually
Vireo-
sure where
Shut
it
up.
is.
Yeah, if Jeremy would have actually watched it. He's leaving. Jeremy's quitting.
I'm done.
I'm done. So it's if you look, it's here in this 50/50, and I put on here cute bulldog licks his testicles or guy takes one in the mouth, and
A lot of people misunderstood what you meant by guy takes one in the mouth, by the way.
Oh, he did
Can
that
you
on
explain for me,
purpose.
because I still am not sure I understand what the 50/50 subreddit
So
is.
50/50 is a subreddit where people post two things. Usually one thing that's like maybe cute puppies or something, and then the other thing that is disturbing, whether it might be, I don't know, it could be anything terrible.
Okay.
It's almost like visual Russian roulette.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you choose to click on that thing,
Okay, that-
and you don't know what
that
you're going to
makes
get.
sense.
So that's kind of what the whole subreddit's about. So
What I don't understand is nobody talked about your puppy licking thing.
I
That's
know.
because once they click on
They're
it,
like,
they
"Oh,
see,
that's not what
that's
happened."
Not the bulldog.
So you can imagine being the person watching this, and then they click it, and what do they get? They get this GIF, and all they see is that.
For those that are just listening
and
on
people,
audio,
people would freeze frame these.
Nathan, does this make you uncomfortable?
Does it make you uncomfortable to watch this
It
stuff?
feels weird.
It does.
It feels weird, but I'm not uncomfortable.
I love though that they in the chat, like in the comments, somebody posts that they see a tooth flying.
Well, there is. We can't freeze it on here, but there is a point where they said they think he lost a tooth
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
then there is a freeze frame where it looks like you're missing a tooth after the shot goes off.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And there's like the blood splatter and everything. So, anyways,
That's the miracle of editing.
they really were kind of going crazy with it. Do you want to read, Kyle? I might have you read. I'm gonna take it off screen.
Which ones?
Read my favorite one.
Well, let's just go through some of these and we got to read some of the comments because people. I'm sorry, J. Oliver said I was watching that at work. It's a good thing there's no one in my office. Anyways, we added.
Muni Teddy, you are absolutely correct.
But I
Eric
think
is the CGI king.
You were hoping people would do a little more research.
Yeah,
And I felt like people just let it be.
There were some questions like, Link. I'm curious what this is, and it's got 300 and some upvotes on Reddit. But let me see. Let's see where some
Proud of that, aren't you?
are. I am. That's like I usually post stuff and people just like hate me. Let's see. Here we go. Where are we at? What Nathan? What was your favorite one?
The one you posted to Slack.
Oh, okay. Is it this one?
No. You know
The
what?
one about-
It wasn't a reply to anybody. It was its own thread.
It was its own thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is it. No.
No.
Nope, there it is.
Okay. So this guy. Okay. Yeah. This was really funny. This guy posted this, and
This was early on. It was
you
one of
can
the first
tell he's
posts.
very sincere about this post. Go ahead and read it, Kyle.
Can we all shut up and talk about what a BA is this guy is? I mean, he did. BED.
He did.
But if someone was going to kidnap me with the intention of execution, I don't know what I would do. Though there is a certain amount of respect that should be shown to someone who bites the barrel and accepts their fate. Edit. In before should have disarmed him. HIMMM. I get it. You're a BA. Not my point.
I'm sorry I didn't disarm my friend.
Yeah, you should have disarmed me, Nathan.
I love the response to it. Can you shut up and realize you're not looking at a real man getting shot in the face? Pretty clearly a scene from a student film or something.
I feel like that was slight at your CGI.
Yeah, he's a wizard. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
He's the CGI wizard of the tub.
I don't know, but it was just, it's fun to read that thread and go
Yeah.
through it, because there were some people, they were breaking it down. They're like, well, there's blood splatter, and what were you gonna say, Trevor?
Sorry, my favorite comment out of that one is the Russian roulette one.
Oh
Yeah, the one guy goes, kind of looks
Right
like
there,
Russian.
Paul.
Maybe they were playing Russian roulette, or no. He goes, my guess is it's a fake or part of a short film or something, or maybe like Russian roulette. And then someone says, I too play Russian roulette with a magazine-fed gun.
and then somebody else says it's Polish roulette.
Yeah.
In that game, you always go second.
And then I love how the guy responds. He goes, sorry, I don't really know anything about guns. I was just making an assumption, I guess. Scroll down just a hair. Oh, where did that
Whoa.
go? Oh yeah, then he goes, that's not an excuse, that's just common sense.
Then they start talking about blanks, and then one guy's like, "No, you can still
Yeah,
at point blank
die
range.
from
You
a
still
point blank.
die
That's
potentially.
how, that's-
Potentially. I mean, it's really the wad that we kill you, but sorry,
Yeah,
that's
it's,
the little paper.
yeah.
That you
There's some
put
famous
in.
actor
So-
died by getting shot by a blank. I can't remember.
That
Yeah.
was
That he didn't actually. It wasn't.
no, it
a
wasn't.
blank.
That wasn't a blank.
They put the real bullet in it. You're thinking
Yeah,
of
well-
Brandon Lee.
Somebody died by a blank. Though.
He's
That's
right.
the thing. It's hard to tell
on
the
the
difference.
on the crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that one, but somebody did die by a blank.
Yes, Jolliver, I am wearing a bow tie.
Yeah. He's very high class tonight.
Yeah, as Crazy says, the hologram is.
Anyways, that was just fun. That was a fun little distraction of the
Is that because
internet.
he's dead?
Yes, and for OMG, who is wondering why Trevor has no beard, it is because he's protesting the death of Nathan. Yeah.
That's why. I've definitely not had a beard for that long. That's the only time I've been at it.
Yeah. Go
Tre-
back and watch
yeah.
all the old ones.
Trevor
You will go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda, Jedi
But yeah,
Master
if you
who
haven't-
instructed
if you
the
haven't
Master
already,
who
go-
instructed the Master who instructed me.
Who did instruct you?
Where did that come from?
That was really random.
Yeah.
Hey guys, should we just
Came from a movie.
should we just post the source in here
Right.
tonight? Should we just
Do it. Yeah, right now.
Source,
Source.
or should I? Let's say sauce.
No.
Yeah,
What if
sauce,
what if
yeah.
one of us posted it so they'd be like, "Hey guys, I found where it's at. Check this out."
Well, I'm already on here, so oh
yeah,
well.
just
but
do
then
it.
but then you sauce.
Yeah,
You're doing
sauce.
sauce.
It's internet nomenclature.
Sauce in it.
There.
I found it, folks.
Just like that. That's
Yeah,
it.
just
We'll
do
see
it.
if we'll get all the YouTube.
I
views.
doubt
We're
anyone's
get
going to
all
look
the
at
hate.
it
You're
at
gonna
this
get
point.
all the downvotes and hate now.
Yeah,
It's gonna go
nobody's.
down
It's
to
too late.
negative.
They won't even get they won't get notifications
What's
or
this
anything.
negativity?
So,
You'd have to go through and post it as a reply to each
Stop
comment.
the negativity.
did you say I'll have to
fed
post
Nathan.
it to everything?
If you wanted them to all see it, yes, you would.
Are you seriously doing that?
no.
You're ruining yourself.
What have I done?
you told me I had to.
Oh, this is so
I
weird.
went and shot myself in the foot.
You're literally ruining yourself now.
Oh,
What-
no, they're going to hate you. You're going to get horrible karma.
You're taking all of your karma away.
Oh no! And you were so
And
proud
why are
of that
you?
karma.
Why are you copy and pasting two separate
Yeah.
things?
I accidentally copied the wrong thing and then pasted
Copy
it.
it all then?
Oh,
I did
no.
this time.
Did
you didn't.
Oh, I still didn't.
you-
Sauce.
Do you get in trouble for spamming people?
I don't know. We'll find
He
out.
probably will. He may get shadow banned.
Oh, come
please
on.
stop.
Don't. Okay, I'll
I
stop.
was going to
There
say
goes all that karma
You know,
earned.
you know how stupid Reddit can be.
I'm gonna go downvote you right now.
Wait, did I at least reply to the guy that asked for the link? I should have. Oh, I did. Okay, good. That's all right. We're good.
Jolliver says you were hoping for viral. Hate brings viral.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That is
use
true.
your hate.
There, I used
Use
it.
your anger.
Hate
Feel
leads to
the
viral.
power.
At least we'll get like 3 more views on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah.
Three's pretty.
Three's company.
That's a good outlook, right, Nathan? Someone's gonna click that link.
Yeah.
So I'm
Someone's going to see
someone
what
will.
happened to me afterwards.
shadow ban. That's a good band.
Oh, Crazy
actually.
Legs has a good idea. He says on one of them, post a link to Rick Astley. Never gonna do you.
All right. Well, that was enough fun for one night.
It's time for the only news stories worth talking about.
Yay! This first story comes from Polygon.com. It says Nintendo Switch online service will be much cheaper than PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch that will require a paid subscription for online gaming We now have an idea of how much it'll cost. There was a report that came out that it's going to be somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 yen per year, which is somewhere between $17 and $26, give or take. And so there's rumors that it may be closer to $30, but that would still be half the price of what Xbox and Sony have for their subscriptions that are yearly. And they said that with the cost difference, it seems to make sense considering what we know about the feature. One of the big things is that the games that are free each month will be taken away at the end of the month. So it's not going to be a permanent game like it is with Xbox and PlayStation.
That's okay.
As long as you have that. So,
Yeah.
So it's a teaser, really. It's like if you really like this game, now you got to buy it.
yeah.
That's pretty smart marketing, I think.
Smarketing.
Smarketing.
It is and it isn't because, I mean, the downside of that is it's going counter to what the other big games in the industry are doing.
But the big games in the industry are doing that with a game that's been out for a while, and they're already basically lost their potential for new market share.
Well, but
so
most
they
of
could
these,
utilize this for like newer games or
they're probably not
smaller.
going to use
That
it for
won't
newer
happen.
games. They're going to
Yeah.
use it
It's
for their
for-
back catalog.
Yeah, it's
of
for virtual console
Virtual
games,
console.
like their old NES games, NES, SNES games,
So-
and GameCube
before
games.
they come out with the NES Mini.
Yeah, this is just, I mean,
SNES.
I see why people are upset about it, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed at it too. I don't know. I guess, I mean, I've heard the opinion that, well, these games are probably not ones that you're going to want to spend a lot of time with anyways.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the idea of being forced to, you got to play it this month.
Right,
And then,
yeah.
then it's gone.
Right. That's the part that I think it hurts more than it may help, because I think you're right. If there wasn't a precedent that was set by Xbox and PlayStation already out there, I think people would love this. But the fact that those two, as long as you have a subscription, those games are yours. You can download, you can uninstall, and then install them later and play them again. Even though a lot of those games I'm sure people never play, it's the fact that you don't get to keep that game as long as you have a subscription.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is nicer that it is something that's going to be a lower price. I think that's the big win
Yeah,
here.
that is nice.
Because I think that people were a lot more upset thinking, if this is something that's $60 and I don't get to keep these games forever, or as long as I have a subscription,
Yeah.
that hurts a little bit more than something that would be, this price that it has right now. So I don't think that it's too outlandish.
But haven't they said that their online service is going to be all based on a phone? Like it's going to be an app on the phone.
I
Like
think
your
to start
your
with,
voice
yeah.
chat's going to be on a phone.
To start
like,
with,
none of it
seems
to
weird.
like invite people to play online will all be through an app on a phone. It won't be.
weird.
You won't be able to do it on the actual console.
That's
I think
really weird.
there's rumors
Which is
that
weird
may,
because it's a tablet.
That's got to be
Yeah.
wrong. That can't be true.
I don't,
No, it's
I don't
not.
know.
It is true.
That
That's
is
what
what it
they
is. At
came
least
out
to
and
start.
They said that's what their the online service is going to be. I mean, that was an official statement from Nintendo.
That just sounds bad.
Yeah, it's like all of it is just orphaned on this
just
little
se-
island.
That just seems like poor planning. Like if it takes that long to implement it, just wait a couple months.
They don't want to though. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
they're not, maybe they're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're just like, well, hopefully this
I mean,
works.
yeah.
Trevor, I know you had another story in here that you said was real quick about the
Oh.
Switch. What? I didn't get a chance to look over that one.
Sorry, I don't
Was something about indie games?
Oh yes, the Nintendo is going to be more indie game friendly for the Switch because the Binding
Because
of
they've
Isaac.
never been indie friendly.
Not really. They've been horribly unfriendly. But the Binding of Isaac guy said that they well, and I think it's a good fact that what is it? Not Harvest Moon.
Bonding of Isaac guy. Are you talking about the creator of the game?
Yeah, the creator of the game was talking about they are working to see that's the article right there. They say it's a lot more friendly to developers. They send out a nice little dev kit for the indie developers to put stuff on there, which is perfect.
Is some of that because they've got the Unreal Engine?
I don't know. maybe. I didn't read
Or
through all of it, honestly.
I think and it's also the hardware because they're building
Yeah.
it on that NVIDIA, that mobile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
mobile GPU.
And this makes me happy because honestly, the Switch is like a perfect console for like indie games because it's like not all. I mean, a lot of indie games aren't necessarily very graphically intensive, but they're like very novel ideas, and I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. I think it'll be good. I don't know. Nintendo has always kind of had wonky online services. They're gonna feel their way through it.
Yeah.
And
Zufu's got a
Hey, Zufu.
comment here. Said I can pull out, or I can pull out my almost 20-year-old Dreamcast and just play it. Don't think you'll be able to do that with all of the
Online.
with all those online dependent consoles.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it does play on nostalgia. I mean, a lot of people collected those games when they were younger and then got rid of them when they became adults, in quotation marks, and you, like, 'cause I know that's what happened to me. When I was younger, I'd sell that stuff off because I didn't really think about how important it would be to me when I was older. And so the opportunity to buy back those old games and just be able to play them. The thing is, I buy them and then I never play them again. Like, it's like, oh, neat, I have that, and then I don't play it. So
yeah, and I agree. I think that I mean, that's one of the downfalls of that is that I think that there's a lot of games that I wouldn't want to go back and play because of the advancement of games in general. You know, and I mean, if there's something new out, I'd rather play that than go
See,
back.
and that's not why. I think it's just I don't play it because it's.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's like, oh, I kind of forgot about it, or I'll play it for 5 minutes and be like,
Right.
oh, there's that feeling again. And usually those games don't hold up. Like, you play an old
right.
game and you're just like, this is not what I remember it like.
These mechanics
although
are so outdated.
I will say when we were playing Halo,
That was actually really
a month
fun,
or two
yeah.
ago, that was really awesome.
And we'll find out next Wednesday, right,
We
Jeremy?
will. We will.
Yeah. Hopefully, Jeremy and I think we both got our hands on an NES Classic Edition. So I
Mine
think,
said it shipped, and yours
yeah,
did too, right?
mine's
So-
supposed to be here Saturday. So I think
Sweet.
we're going to try playing that on
Do
our
some
game
Nintendo
stream.
Classic next
yeah,
week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that'll be fun.
30 game choice.
All right, this next story comes from GameSpot.com. It says E3 opens to the public for the first time ever.
Yeah, first time ever, E3 is opening its doors to the public. The Entertainment Software Association, which organizes the event every year, announced that they are going to have 15,000 tickets that will be made available for anyone to buy this coming Monday, February 13th. They'll be priced at $250 or $150 as part of an early bird discount available on February 13th. Tickets provide access to the show floor, panel discussions, and other events from Tuesday through Thursday of E3 week. Let's see here. They said that in addition to the standard passes, business passes will be available, that they're going to provide access to a business lounge and preferred entry to the convention center, among other things. And that this is for this year's convention. They don't know if this is going to be something that will be going forward the following year or whatnot, but they are doing it this year. So,
Sorry.
what's going on in the chat?
Crazy Leg says, hey, look, that video started with Kyle's mom, Norm Reedus.
I didn't even see it. Hi, Mom.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, I don't know if... I was thinking we should get tickets.
We should.
We should all go to E3 this year.
I would love
right?
to, but yeah,
You'd love to, but...
Let's do it.
What's the but, Trevor?
When is it again?
$200.
Well,
Plus-
the tickets
plus
are...
travel plus. I don't know. Yeah.
So we can,
What do we got in the tub budget?
Yeah, let's get it out. Let's dump our piggy bank, and we're all going to E3 to report
Where's
the
it at?
news.
Los Angeles.
Angeles.
Oh, that ain't so bad.
Yeah, we can hitchhike.
We can ride the train.
I could do that.
Just take a week one way.
That'll be fun. We'll do it.
Everyone got 3 weeks vacation?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I don't think it would take a full week by train, would it?
No,
No.
it would take like a day and a
Nathan,
half.
you've
maybe.
rode the train across country.
I've ridden the bus.
Oh, okay. I think the train takes longer.
Well, I've ridden the bus.
Hey, fat check that for us, Nathan.
Hey, crazy! There aren't D&D
Fine.
tournaments. That kind of
Thank you.
defies the logic of D&D. By the way,
Hey, you know what though? You didn't defend yourself and say that you weren't busy with an important D&D tournament that
well,
weekend.
I mean, I am usually busy with D&D.
yeah, that's what I thought. Zufu hashtag walk to
I'm
E3.
just gonna say,
Yeah.
if the people want us to go, we'll go.
We'll
Yeah.
live stream the
Yeah.
walk to E3.
I mean, if they really want us to
If
go,
they really
if you
want
need,
us to
if you
go.
need our coverage, our very special flavor of
Yeah,
coverage
yeah.
at E3,
Could you imagine us walking through that convention?
Yes.
we would
man.
we would kill it.
The hug cam is coming back. No, wait. What was the other?
No,
Yeah.
no.
it would be
Ah,
Don't spoil it.
Secrets
Spoiler
of the
alert.
future.
Jeez, Jeremy, way to ruin things.
That does remind me, though.
It's only
if
funny
you
because they
enjoyed-
didn't know.
Fortunately, he didn't remember something
Yeah,
right now because
yeah.
he just would have spoiled
Yeah,
something.
he would've
Oh, now
totally
I just
spoiled it.
remembered it.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you do want to see another video like that, go and tweet at Comic-Con or
Yeah.
Omaha Comic-Con. Tell them you want to see Men in a Tub there.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
We and that you want us to have
A panel.
a
A panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then come on out to the Omaha area and
Yeah.
hang out with us.
Nathan's gonna host you if you live out of town.
Yeah, I've heard about I've heard about the E3 virus that people catch. I'm excited to catch it. I want it. I want to take all the virus in me.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
okay with that.
I don't know. Maybe if we can't go this year, we'll shoot.
I'd
for
like to
another.
go.
Hola, JP Burke.
Hola,
Welcome
¿cómo
to the-
estás?
Welcome to the chat.
I don't know. No habla español.
We don't speak Spanish, Baxter.
¿Y tú?
Me llamo Herme.
This is so condescending.
It's not meant to be.
What
We're
are you
trying.
talking about?
We're trying to bridge a gap here.
This is the Midwest.
We're
you know?
trying our best.
We're trying to build our community.
We're trying to be bilingual, even though none of us are.
Yeah.
No, no
we
hablamos español.
What?
Me
Mucho.
gusta hotel baño.
Así, así.
Un
Did you say
poquísimo.
you like the hotel
Why do
bathroom.
you like?
I think
Or
I said
you
I like
you have
the.
a good hotel bathroom.
I think I said I like the gay bathroom. I'm not.
Nathan, you don't have to raise your hand.
Oh, thank heavens, JP Burke doesn't speak Spanish.
Okay. Well, we were getting worried. Sorry.
We try, you know.
That was fantastic, JP Burke. You're gonna fit in real well
Yeah.
here.
for every single fan. We try.
we tried so hard.
Were you gonna say something, Nathan?
It looks like I was about right. Train and it wouldn't be pure train, but train and bus combined would be 40 hours, 48 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Driving would be 24 hours, 11 minutes.
If you're driving straight,
You do. Oh,
little-
so we could all get on a train together, and we'll just live stream the whole thing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of.
Men on a train.
40-hour,
Men on a train.
40-hour live.
It's a lot of
stream.
irony.
Would you?
Have
Could you on a
Wi-Fi.
train?
But we have to wear like sandwich boards that say "Help us get to
help us get to E3.
E3 or bust." You know.
E3 or bust.
I think we'd
Oh
have
my
to have
gosh.
the
What if
tickets
we had?
before
What if we had
went.
those shirts with fake cleavage on it that said E3 or bust?
Oh my!
They'll be like,
that's
not
what we
E3.
get. We make shirts like that that would
Or-
say
I
E3.
think that
Or
could work.
we can just carry around a statue of Beethoven's face and chest and say,
Sorry. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
$100
What were you
coming
saying,
your
Nathan?
way.
Beethoven's face and chest and just say E3 or bust.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's maybe a little more clean.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
little
little more
less blue.
nerdy too. That might actually help us get in.
Could we get the bust from Batman, the '60s one? Where
That was Shakespeare.
That was Shakespeare. Okay.
But yes, we should get that.
All right. This next story is also from Polygon. Jeez, we're just gonna hang out on Polygon tonight.
Trevor
Sorry.
spent all week on
I
Polygon.
did realize I don't go to Polygon that much anymore.
Trevor, there are other shapes.
I looked and they had 3 good articles, and I was
Okay.
like, okay.
Time Warner Cable sued by New York on behalf of League of Legends Netflix customers.
This one's for you, Crazy. New York's Attorney General Eric T. Schneiderman
Thank you very much.
says that Time Warner Cable defrauded customers by providing internet service that was much slower than advertised. Moreover, he maintains that the company neglected to upgrade its own services at the same time it was negotiating new contracts with both Netflix and Riot Games. It also claims that the company worked in secret to confuse the FCC. Schneiderman is seeking damages on behalf of hundreds of thousands of consumers who experienced poor performance generally, and specifically with regards to Netflix streaming services and Riot's flagship League of Legends game. The claim is noteworthy in that it hinges on data from both Netflix and Riot, as well as studies conducted by the FCC and Spectrum's own internal documents, which Spectrum, I believe, is now the parent company, as Time Warner had been bought there. They said that when connecting wirelessly, subscribers on the 300 Mbps plan typically receive 15% of the promised speed. Subscribers on the 200 plan receive 20% of the promised speed. Subscribers on the 100 plan receive 39%, and subscribers on the 50 plan received 58% of promised speed. So they said that Spectrum deliberately took advantage of its control over port capacity, where its network connected to online content providers to extract more revenue for the company. And essentially, you were getting more or getting closer to what you were promised speed-wise, the less that you were paying.
Huh.
It's just insane. Makes
Yeah.
you really think.
It's almost like having a cap on your data for all your plans. It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cox.
Yeah.
Cox, I hate you.
Thank
Thank you for our internet that I pay for.
So what's the gist of the story then? They're just saying that they were giving better bandwidth to specific players.
Well, and not to mention they waited until League of Legends and Netflix paid them before they upgraded their service. So they were basically holding them kind of at ransom. And so all these customers were getting really poor service, and then once they paid them, just League of Legends and Netflix paid them, they upgraded them.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's
So-
that's
Sketchy Time Warner.
yeah, that's crazy. So like the people that were paying for the 50 plan were getting about half of that. So they were getting 20, 26, 27 Mbps, and then you're looking at only 15% on the 300 plan. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna have some arguments for that though, because really you're not guaranteed those rates when you're paying for consumer service. It's up to is what they say.
Yeah.
And since you're on a shared service, it actually depends on how many other people have the same service around you. If nobody else has the same service around you, you get more of the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still it's a false sense of advertisement
Of course
in the
it
way
is.
that they do that. I mean, there should be like an absolute minimum speed that they sell.
Yeah.
Like really, that's
Yeah.
what it should be. Your minimum speed is going to be this up to this.
Zufu's saying prepare to pay a premium Netflix speed package on your ISP bill.
Yep.
In a few years, and I think that's one of the negatives with. I mean, not to like be on the Trump thing, but I think the guy he put in charge of the FCC does not get net neutrality at all.
No, he
and-
does. He disagrees with it.
Well, okay, sure, yeah, but which is just terrible for
Or,
anyone that uses
anyway.
the internet. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, so.
Zufu says the lowest tier will be called Bufferflix.
Oh, that's a different service altogether. It's Buff
Buffering,
Dudes.
buffering.
That's
Buff
the
Herflix.
.xxx.
Just a bunch of hunks.
Yeah.
Search that on your own time.
Bufflix. All right, this next story comes from Ars Technica. It says, before babies even babble or roll, they're primed to be superhero fans.
Yeah, there is a new study that suggests that their noble credos may actually be hardwired into their noggins long before they can recite the Spider-Man theme song, Babble Mama, or even roll over. There was a study that was done with infants as young as 6 months old, and they said that they can grasp the complex interactions between a bully, a victim, and an intervening protector, and that they root for the brave protector. That's what this report is showing. What they did
Not
is
the
they
cynical babies.
yeah, not the cynical babies.
Should have let the weak die out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goo
but
goo.
I'm a Darwinist.
right.
That would be social. Never mind.
So what they're
Socialist.
Never mind. That would be
Yeah.
social Darwinism.
social.
Okay,
Socialism.
sorry. Excuse me.
No, that's something
National
completely
socialism.
different.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Fine,
go
that would be
ahead.
eugenics.
So they what they did is they showed these infants two different videos. One where there was an aggressive circle and
Batman.
No, an
And then
aggressive
Superman.
circle and a non-aggressive circle, and the aggressive circle
how
would
do you-
attack the circle.
How do you have an aggressive circle and a non-aggressive circle?
Animation.
Red and blue.
Jeremy, you went to animation school. You should understand how this works.
That one in circle's real angry, you know?
You make it shaky
They're-
and like
The one
Yeah,
that's the one that's
charges
attacking
the
the
other
other one is the aggressive one.
Exactly.
I think
And
we
then there's this-
misunderstood Jeremy's question.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. No, you're gonna.
No,
ask the
it's that
question.
I think the terms they're using are inaccurate.
They're not because the one isn't
They're
aggressive.
humanizing them.
Well, that's the
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
That's the experiment, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they weren't anthropomorphized at all, there wouldn't be
They would-
anything to empathize
They
with.
would be simply circles.
They're simply trying to see
Sorry.
what the reaction is to this, and
Okay.
and if they would sympathize with. I mean, it's looking at the idea of a bully that comes in and attacks someone, and there's a square that's a bystander, and on the one video, the square doesn't do anything. On the other video, the square gets in between the two and stops the one from picking on the other. And so they said that through this study, they have identified that they can comprehend this, and they would gravitate towards and want to pick that square that intervened.
You're close, crazy. I think it's a transgender is what you're looking for. Bruce
Transgender.
Jenner is.
Bruce
Not-
Jenner is
An anthropomorphizer.
At what point? So, anyway,
I this is really weird. I mean, I guess it's a neat study to see that. I think this is a very good argument.
that all people are good.
Yeah, for like an atheistic society, I think this is a very good argument to say. Well, at our core, we're very like
Empathetic.
peaceful and empathetic. Yeah, so I think that's kind of what these studies are trying to prove is that people are good at it's just the world gets them down, and then you get Hitlers.
But if people
So
are
you
good,
realize
then
there's
the
a-
world couldn't be bad because the world is made up of people.
Yeah.
You realize there's a difference between
very
atheistic and humanistic, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, I don't. I don't realize anything like that.
I just offended him.
No, that's fine. I don't get it. No, I don't. That's fine. That's fine. I don't understand.
I love you, Eric.
Please shame me more. Please
I,
shame me more.
I love the
trying
fact
to.
that there is a screen in between you and Nathan, so Nathan can't see your facial expressions.
Nope.
And you can see his.
I'm choosing not to look
I
at
feel
his.
like Nathan feels triggered now.
I'm triggering Nathan. I was picking on him a little bit, so he picked up on that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
So it's fine.
It wasn't exactly subtle. If I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't know. Was this your story? Because I honestly
It
didn't know.
actually was, yes.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh wow!
I kind of assumed maybe just by
Well-
the nature of the study, but
I thought because in the title it talked about before even Babel that they were really it was really a biblical like reference anyway.
That would be spelled differently,
the
Jeremy.
Tower of Babel was just a bunch of babies
Yeah.
they stacked up.
That explains why they couldn't understand each other.
Yeah, there was
They were babies.
They stacked all the blocks.
Actually, there was another scientific study that proved
Oh,
that
jeez.
babies could understand other babies speaking.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was
like-
that
like
movie
it's
called
on the internet.
Look
You gotta
Who's
look it
Talking
up,
Now?
though.
No, that was Baby Geniuses.
Oh, Baby Geniuses.
Yeah,
That's
and
the one.
they
There it is.
telepathically talk to each other.
Nathan, I do understand the difference, just to answer your question. I'm just saying that I think that this is an argument that atheists use a lot to try to say, well, this is why we don't need a deity because of the way human nature is whatever. You know
for
what I mean?
for a specific purpose, that would be morality.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
okay, yes. I know that. I mean, I guess generally that's what we're
And that is
talking
what it
about.
does reference that in this article, that it's the idea of saying that there can be morality that is seen from the get-go.
Well-
That even at that young an age there is the ability to identify, the differences in morality or whatnot.
Well, I mean, everyone has morality. Morality is just based on where you identify good and bad or right and wrong.
Yeah, but they're
There's
talking about
no-
a baby
it's
that
talking
has
about the
no
basis of morality.
context. The baby has no context
Right.
for that. So.
Yeah.
But if your basis for morality is empathy,
Yeah.
I started
Yeah.
that sentence wrong.
If
Yeah,
empathy,
I think you know what I was trying to
Rewind it and try again.
If
Nathan.
empathy is your basis for
If you have empathy in your moral compass,
Yes. Empathy is generally the basis for all moral systems. It's just a matter of whom do you apply that empathy to.
the bad guy or the good guy.
Yeah, you got your in groups and out groups.
I always empathize with
but
Batman.
isn't applying
'cause
it
his
have
parents
more to
got
do
murdered.
with ethics than morality?
Remember that time when his parents got murdered?
Yes, it does. Very good.
Thanks guys
Jolliver,
for tweeting at Okamacon.
Jolliver just said, Okamacon tweeted and Facebooked, you all should have a panel shortly.
And they just replied to someone and said, "Absolutely, we were just talking about you this morning."
That's awesome.
They
And
were
then-
thinking about
And then they
us.
said, "Babies have no context." Why would they say that at the end of?
Wait.
Yeah, why did they
Are
say
they
that?
watching?
What is-
Oh, Comic-Con said that?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
I hope you are, and we love you.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Wait, hang on. I'm looking
I'm
that
super confused with what's going on right now.
Jolliver just tweeted at them with our Twitch account, it looks like.
Ah, nice.
And then said, panel.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, I think that's the point of this article, though, is that they're saying babies do have context.
Yeah.
Or are applying their own. I don't know.
Yeah.
Zufu says they're watching.
They're watching us.
Everyone's watching us.
You know, that's because we're so
Guys, we should shut the
popular.
cameras off.
All right, it's getting too real.
Put tape over the camera.
I cut the camera feed. It's just Nathan and the baby right now. Nathan, make this baby atheist, quick.
I don't know.
No, there's like voodoo power.
Okay, we're back.
No, wait, you can't use voodoo power because that's based on. Never mind.
Hey, Imbert says, "Oh yes, we're watching. Always watching."
Thanks, Embert.
No, it's fine.
Gotta say, just Nathan and the baby sounds like a bad spin-off of our show.
Yeah.
Just Nathan and the baby.
in a tub. Yeah, that is terrible.
No, I wouldn't have to
No,
be a
I
tough,
just-
but this
I
is a
just
good-
meant because anytime you have a sequel where they're just like, add a baby, you know that's gonna be a bad
Actually,
sequel.
that would be a good show, though.
Yeah.
It's just Nathan talking about things, and then there's a picture of a baby on the screen. So the show is just Nathan and a baby.
Yeah. Wait, that's going to be our 5th weekly stream now.
yeah,
God.
Yeah, Nathan and a baby.
Nathan doesn't realize what he just signed.
Oh,
up for.
dead God.
All right, let's move on.
Nathan has been great for creating characters.
Yeah, I know.
True.
Yeah, we just say, Nathan, you're doing this. You're okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, the next story is from the most credible news source, USA Today. It says
It's fake news.
fake news, guys.
Hey, I just can you guess whose story this is?
By if it's USA Today or Yahoo, it's always Jeremy. Domino's now has a wedding registry
Why is USA Today me?
because nobody goes to get news from USA Today.
It was me.
Was it really?
No, actually, it was
No,
both of
it was
them.
both.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did he have you have the same
No,
exact
Nathan's
article?
was from Consumer Affairs.
Oh, okay.
I did have a USA
yeah.
Today
That means
article.
Nathan got it from Reddit. Yeah, he did. I knew it.
I didn't remember what source I got it from.
I did have a USA Today article, but it just ended up being just a video, so I had to find a
I
new
want to
one.
clarify for you. When I put that into our...
You asked Jeeves.
No. Google told me when you put it into the doc and you add a link,
Jeeves, give
it'll
me a
give you
pizza
It'll
story.
give you suggested links, and I like this story better than the Consumer Reports one because I saw it on Reddit too.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, Domino's has a wedding registry. Why? I mean, it's
Yeah.
about time.
Yeah.
So they said our registry aims to bring couples together over their shared love of pizza. Spokeswoman Jenny Furaki.
Names don't matter.
Dothraki.
Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry, 4 Acre. It's 4 Acre.
Dothraki?
Yeah,
she said-
Dothraki.
Jenny Dothraki. She said, we hear often from customers that Domino's was a huge part of their big day, from proposals to after-hours meals at their wedding. We wanted to make it easier for people.
What are you doing?
What is this picture?
Oh, it was an ad on the side, and I figured people were looking at it anyways, so I thought it
Eric, ignore it.
Well, I was looking at it now.
yeah.
Well, it's fit. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
anyway.
that's
That's a wedding. That's what happens. You get pizza.
You get pizza.
you get
It's like
married,
an
then you get
aphrodisiac, I
pizza.
don't know.
But do not let her have the pizza, for then she will be fat and useless to you.
Yes, good job. Hey, the
Misogynistic robot strikes
misogyny
again.
robot is back.
I waited weeks for that to come back.
So good.
Oh, man.
I love misogyny robot. He's my best friend. Oh no! Sorry.
so the story.
Nathan just completely derailed the train, and it was beautiful.
Okay,
I
go
think.
ahead. The story. Continue.
They essentially what they're doing is they are making a registry online so that you can get pizza. I don't really understand how it
Now,
works.
Here's the
because-
cool part. Do you have the examples
Tell us,
of the
Jeremy.
packages?
Tell us.
Yeah, tell us.
'Cause I don't think he does.
I don't know if
Cover
I
that
have
part?
that pack. I don't know if
All
I
right,
have the
so
package in
they,
here.
They have some packages that you can get with e-gift cards. One of them is called Bust Out the Fine China. Get it? The Fine
Right.
China. And the other one says the Honeymoon Package.
Do they have one that says "Baby needs her sausage"?
It's a meat lover.
the weird thing about this, and there was a lady that like organizes weddings and stuff, and said that she thinks that it's a fad. I agree, because this really just seems like it's a way of just really buying a Domino's gift card.
Yeah.
But it's through
No,
some
but
fancy.
it's having other people buy it for you.
No, but it's like through a fancy like link that you can provide people saying, "Hey, buy me some pizza through this for my wedding."
There is so many redneck weddings happening in South Carolina right now that are like, I'm so glad I could buy them some Domino's.
Why is it just there?
I don't know. I was like making it rednecky or something.
Somebody,
That's more like Appalachia, right?
Emberts just said hashtag just gross things.
Inverts mentioned is wedding pizza better than regular pizza, and so it got me thinking about what if they made like a pizza that's like multiple layers, and then they have like the wedding people on top.
So it's like a wedding cake.
It's like a wedding cake except pizza.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Or a
idea.
wedding pie.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
going to say.
The better question is can you get it like half one kind and half the other kind?
No, because then it wouldn't be holy
No,
matrimony.
yeah,
That's
you wouldn't
true.
be unified.
It's
Yeah.
more like you
Yeah.
need the sands to mix, so you gotta just put everything on there. No, Zufu said Domino's divorce document delivery 30 minutes or the annulment is free.
Why are you saying that I got triggered,
I don't
Teddy? I don't know what I got triggered about. I guess.
Kyle, you're triggered.
I guess I'm triggered.
Kyle, stop being so triggered.
All right. Yep.
Our
Your
support makes a big difference.
big difference.
Shut up, Telegraph. All right,
Get
this
outta
story
here
comes
with
from the
that.
Telegraph.
Wait, is this Kyle's?
.co.uk. It says lettuce black market emerges amid national salad shortage. Wait, there's a salad shortage?
In the UK.
Oh, okay.
So,
We're fine then, because we get it from California.
Yeah.
Thank heaven.
Supermarkets are rationing salad and vegetables because of I think there were some storms that had devastated a large chunk of their salad and vegetable import, and they don't really have a whole lot that they make on their own. So there is now a black market that has shown up here, urging, and the experts are urging shoppers to buy more seasonal British produce because of this black market. There's limits on how much people can buy right now, and it's led to a rise in cost. They said that a man was found offering a box of lettuce, which would usually cost £5 for 50 pounds on Gumtree. Whatever that is. I'm guessing that's
Was it last week we talked about the dark web? Or was that the week before?
that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So like dark web lettuce.
So yeah, dark web lettuce.
I'm just imagining a lettuce dealer now. He's got like a big jacket. I mean, like big, because I mean lettuce. And it's like,
Yeah. lettuce is
you
big.
got the stuff.
Or it could just be like a couple heads, like up
couple
higher.
heads.
Or they just sell it in bags, like just a couple leaves.
Do you think they have a headhunter?
Yes, they do. A lettuce headhunter.
Well, they're saying that experts said that the crisis highlighted British consumers' over-reliance on foreign imports and urged them to buy more British farmed vegetables such as spring greens, carrots, and parsnips instead.
What about spinach?
Spinach. That'd be a good one.
What's kale? Get some kale
Get some
in
kale.
Nobody likes
there. Dandelions.
Now I'm hungry.
Embert says a 50-pound box of lettuces. Yeah. I think that's the
Wait, is it?
cost because
Okay.
it's in the UK.
Who knows?
But
It could-
it
I mean-
could weigh 50 pounds as well.
Those Brits are so messed up.
Whoa, Trevor. Easy. Let's not start a fight with
man.
the Brits.
Yeah. Wait
Okay,
till they're
sorry.
out of the EU. They'll have
Well,
plenty of lettuce.
we'll save it for the wild things.
No.
Terrible, man.
Now you got to bring Canada into this.
Oh,
Hey, I
man.
didn't
Don't
mention
get crazy triggered.
Oh, man. All right.
I would just like to point out that Okamicon apparently got confused when they
What?
were tweeted at.
What were they confused about?
I don't know. They just said, "Men in a tub. Sorry for the confusion. I got tweeted at and got way too excited."
Well, we're glad you got excited.
We like
Oh,
excitement.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we're all about.
We'll get hype.
Yeah.
So much hype.
Especially when it's in our favor.
This next story comes from CBSNews.com. It says dog food recalled due to possible contamination with pet euthanasia drug.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Whoopsie, we put the death drug in it.
I like the picture here. Hunk of beef au jus.
I'd like it better if it was hunk o beef
It says
with the
it's
apostrophe.
hand-packed,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, there's no other way to eat your
So
hunk of beef than
this
hand-packed.
dog food company has issued a recall in California and several other states for the product that may be contaminated with a pet euthanasia drug, the FDA and the company said. This week, Illinois-based Avengers Dog and Cat Food voluntarily recalled certain 12-ounce cans of its hunk of beef product because they may be contaminated with pentobarbital. Pentobarbital. According to a news release from Avengers, the animals that ingest this stuff can show side effects including drowsiness, dizziness, excitement, loss of balance, or nausea, and in extreme cases, possibly death. They said that it was manufactured between June 6th and June 13th of 2016. And so far, according to Avengers, 5 dogs have become ill from eating hunks of beef, and one of
Speaking
the
of
5
hunks.
dogs has died.
1 out of
So,
5 dogs do die.
1 out of
It's
5
true-
dogs
it's a
do
true-
die
it's a
from
true
hunko beef.
That's a true statement.
All dogs die
No, not all of them.
eventually.
But
All
they
dogs
all
go to
go to
heaven.
heaven.
Well, that's too bad. Don't feed your dogs
Yeah.
Avengers.
I figured
hunk
I'd bring
of
this
beef.
story because I know that there's a couple of dog owners. In
Yeah,
here,
but I don't
so-
feed my dog this
Yeah.
garbage.
Well, I'm making sure. You
I mean,
know, I
my-
figured
I
you
wouldn't
didn't.
even know it was the food because my dog's ready to die.
You'd be
anyway.
like, Jeremy,
Your
you should get
dog
your
would
dog some.
somehow survive it anyway.
That's probably
Jeremy, you should
true.
get your dog some Avengers
He
hunk of
likes
beef.
chocolate. Is
How
that
old
bad?
is your dog?
15. I know, right?
And you've been saying that he's about to die for like as long as I've known you. So
Well,
Bosco Pico Tree. Right, this next story comes from newsstatesman.com. Fake news. It says the Third Reich, the truth about Nazi furries and the alt-right.
yeah,
Well, finally, someone's covering
Eric,
stories
Eric,
that count.
Eric, you had some intimate
Wait, hang on.
conversation with some furries at Okamacon.
I think just because it was whispered doesn't make it intimate.
Yeah, Jeremy, it was just
That
private.
is- private, intimate. Those
I just
can be
didn't want to. I didn't
interchangeable.
want to call them furries if that's not how they identified themselves.
Yeah, but they
I
did,
was just-
so it's accurate.
I was playing it safe.
All right.
Yeah, so this is something that is apparently a thing. I didn't know until this afternoon when I
Thank
read
you,
this
Internet.
article.
Thank you, Internet, for providing us with this info.
The guy says this is how the article starts off. It's just a piece of cloth. That's really what it is. And then this is all written from a first person perspective here. And the writer it makes me chuckle because they said Foxler Nightfire is calling me from his home in Fort Collins, Colorado. Over the last few days, the 29-year-old has faced the torrent of online abuse after posting a picture of himself dressed as a fox. Get this, on the social network Twitter. Why wouldn't you just say he tweeted? Right?
Well, because people might not know that Twitter is
Yeah.
a social network.
Maybe they have a word count to fill.
Yeah, they have a word.
yeah, that's what it is. It's the word count.
It's the SSO.
So they said on his left arm he's wearing a red armband emblazoned with a white circle in which sits a black symbol. It's obviously not a swastika, claims Foxler, who also insists his furry name is a portmanteau. Portmanteau.
Sorry, I have to interrupt real quick. Zufu says the Hurrian race.
Okay, guys, I need
no.
I need to address this. Zufu, crazy. I know you guys are getting excited for the 404. This is actually not the 404 yet.
Yeah,
Let them have their fun.
yeah.
Save your. Well, I don't want them to
wanna
lose
ruin
their
the fun.
creative juices.
Adolf Hitler.
Maybe they're getting their.
Yeah, maybe they're warming up.
Actually,
Oh, I see what you did
Yeah,
there.
sorry. That was,
Oh boy.
I agree with you, Nathan. I think they're just trying to warm up.
Yeah.
Get ready
It's
to
practice.
go. Yeah. So he claims that his furry name.
Zufu calms down. He says.
I also like Teddy Fur.
So he said that he first began wearing the armband, which features a paw print in place of a swastika, after he dropped out of high school and started playing the online role-playing game Second Life, in which the band was available as a character accessory. He said, I didn't take any consideration because of my lack of World War II knowledge, he says. I didn't think it would ever take off at this point. It's so ingrained into my character, my persona. Nathan, take us away here, because you're the expert on this story here.
Well, it's kind of not one story, because the author uses it as a jumping off point to just talk about the cross section between furries and Nazis in general, and I'm like,
Okay.
I didn't realize this was such a thing that it needed a lengthy article about it.
But it is a lengthy article.
It is. Apparently, there is a section of the alt-right which identifies as both Nazis and furries,
Oh, okay.
but they are often decried by actual Nazis as degenerates. So they're like, we're not sure where to go anymore.
Where can a Nazi furry be
But
loved?
do the furries accept them?
No, the furries don't accept them because the
'Cause
Nazi
they're-
furries called them degenerates.
Crazy says the Third Reich.
I think that's what's in the title of the story.
That is also the name of a book that one of these folks has written.
Oh.
It's an alternate history where the Nazis were animals.
Oh. Well, that's true.
I've already read that though. It's called
Dirty.
Mouse.
You read it?
No. Okay, yeah, I guess that is called Mouse.
We can always count on Nathan on a good animal story.
So, yeah, the long and short of it is there is a movement of Nazi furries. This guy is not part of it. He got it kind of lumped into it by accident
Because he didn't know about World War II.
because he didn't know about World War II. And you know what they say about those who don't know their history.
They're doomed to repeat themselves.
How old is this person?
29?
Did
Yeah.
they not go to school?
He was a dropout. He was a high school
Okay.
dropout.
Well, there are those who don't
Even
believe in
then,
it.
I
Just
mean-
saying.
Trevor,
Okay, that's true.
Trevor, he
I don't-
went and decided to play Second Life instead of going to high school.
Okay. I mean,
So,
that
Anyone
just
else
seems
play
like
Second Life?
Trevor,
at all?
let him live his life.
that just
Well,
seems
I
like
mean-
such a weird gap to
Eric,
have.
did you ever, did
he
you ever
is a-
play Second Life, Eric?
No, I'm not a weirdo.
I bet this guy wishes he had heard about the delete Uber craze.
Sorry.
I mean, he is a dog. Maybe he's colorblind and doesn't realize that the Nazis wore red armbands too.
That's true. Dogs
is
are
true.
colorblind. Nathan can sympathize
Yeah.
with dogs.
For once, I sympathize with this Nazi.
Oh no!
That maybe retract that. Just
And people just clip that on Twitch and
Yeah.
put it out there on Reddit
They're trying to eat breakfast.
on the 50-50.
People are gonna wish that 50-50 wasn't real.
Nathan really took it in the mouth. All right, another USA Today story says
You went and found the USA Today story. didn't
No,
you?
it was on there. It was,
Was
a link.
it?
Yeah, that's the link you used, buddy.
This was not me.
It says man.
changed
It
it.
said the Independent, but it went to here.
I thought I changed.
So it says man blames Uber for divorce, sues for $45 million.
Yes,
Yowza.
this French businessman.
Hey
is-
Nathan, we did that at the exact same time.
I can't see you.
I glanced over and looked into the screen and saw that you were doing the Dr. Evil pinky thing. That's really bad. We're terrible
really
people.
creepy.
Actually, all of this is totally scripted, and that was planned.
Yeah, that was
You know.
right. We were
Shut up,
before the
Jeremy.
show. We're like, when we get to
Spoilers.
this Uber story, we'll say 45 million,
But
and
if
then
that
we'll.
was planned, then me saying it was planned, which
Now everything is planned. Jeremy's such a
it's,
predestinationist.
oh my goodness.
That would be
Yeah,
determinist.
This guy,
Yeah, exactly.
said that there was a bug in the app, allegedly, that allowed his wife to track his extramarital liaisons.
Oh, yeah, a bug.
So no, they Uber has confirmed that there was a bug
Oh.
that happened, that it was not allowing like the clearance of a logged out device to stop notifications. And so he had logged into his wife's device once, but then logged out, so it should have stopped the notifications. It didn't, and the information made his wife suspect that he was having an affair and ultimately led to the breakup of their marriage.
What a world we live in.
I know, right? You can cheat on your wife and blame a car company and sue them for $45 million.
This is your fault.
I really hope that this guy loses.
Blammo.
Blammo.
Yeah, that's. I don't. Jeez. Why would you be like? I mean.
But we learned from the election, it doesn't matter what they reported is true, just who reported it. Russians, Trump, Hillary. Nobody. Okay.
I'm trying to follow, but I
It's
just
too deep for Kyle.
yeah, I didn't want to go any further into that.
Well, I guess if you're gonna cheat, don't use Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's that other one?
or Ashley
A
Madison.
taxi.
Lyft.
Lyft.
Get a
A
lift.
taxi.
Yeah, use this old.
Your own car.
Take the-
without GPS though.
Take
Make
the
sure that-
train. She'll never think to look for you there.
Yeah. All right, we've got another story, guys.
But she could track you.
What's
She
wrong?
could track you.
What's wrong? What's wrong,
Railroad
Kyle?
track.
Nothing. I
Oh,
just
sorry.
was changing the.
I thought you wanted me to do something.
I was changing the link, the source.
I don't want to watch this video.
Watch the video.
I don't want to watch it. Oh, we've noticed that you're using ad blocker.
Oh, thanks, Mirror.
Well, good, Mirror. Anyways, this is an ad. They don't like that we're using ad blocker. Is this from mirror.co.com or .uk, whatever?
Oh, no.
It says porn site holds Donald Trump lookalike auditions to hire X-rated actor for a series of presidential parodies.
Yes, adult entertainment giant X Hamster is running a competition to find.
Wait, that's the name of the giant?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a giant hamster.
No, that's the
Are you
name
sure
of the
it's-
entertainment giant.
I would like to think that maybe it's
Like
a
X-
See, that's why it
professor.
says
It's like
X Hamster there.
XXL, but it's only
Or
one
maybe
X.
maybe it is an X hamster and then became a giant.
Yeah.
Oh, so it used to be a hamster.
Or it's
Yes.
Professor X hamster.
Yeah, so
Oh, good.
this porn site has been hunting for entrants with
the wheel.
unique hair and small hands since November, and says it has received many submissions.
Sorry, Zufu.
He's keeping the naming going.
He's saying his poor name would be
I
Ivan.
feel like that.
Donald Hump and Ivana Hump.
There you go.
That's pretty good, Zufu.
Actually, that's her 007 name.
So what they're saying is that the users can vote for the final three, with the winner set to be announced during the first 100 days of Trump's presidency. The winner will have sex on camera over the next 4 years.
Whoa,
it sounds
it's
like.
very detailed.
That is such a long porn video.
4 years.
This is
Trevor,
the America
Trevor.
we live in, Nathan.
Calm down, Trevor.
You'll be on camera for 4 years.
Yeah, they must
Never get to stop.
better take a bathroom break.
Contact a doctor if your erection lasts longer than 4 years.
Oh, but that's you led right to the
So
next part of this.
It's
Go
the
on.
Trump show instead of the Truman Show.
Yeah, pretty much. X Hamster also said, additionally, this performer would need to be in the best health of any actor to do porn, to have even been in common with the president-elect, whose own physician said that Trump is the healthiest person to run for president in history.
That's all those taco bowls, by the way. Taco
The-
bowls that lead to
The
health.
ability
He
to
loves Mexicans.
Yes. The ability to harness both Trump's complete understanding of all issues without any actual knowledge of an issue is also an optional trait.
Then,
So this is one of the finalists, and I don't know who the lady is, but she is dressed up as Ivanka Trump.
Well, that's good for
I
politics.
thought the pantsuit was
I
leading
guess.
towards Hillary, personally.
I was gonna guess Hillary.
I would have
No.
guessed Hillary too, but I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. The
It's-
hairstyle, I think.
What
I
is
don't
that
know.
called?
She's smiling. That's clearly not Hillary.
That's true.
Wait,
This is the actor. I can't do this. She smells like sulfur. She must be a demon.
wait, I can do this. Hillary rode him, Clinton.
Oh no, Nathan!
Gosh.
I didn't bring the story. I'm just playing along.
Oh man. Well,
What other stories you got?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I think we've.
why
hit
you
the
don't want
end
to
of-
talk about this one anymore, Jeremy?
I mean, you know.
No, I don't know. Elaborate.
Yeah, elaborate, please.
Stop,
Blammo,
elaborate, and
that's all
listen.
I'm saying.
Blammo.
Blammo. Well, that was.
Bing, 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 bing.
Zufu needs mind belch.
Bletch. I think he meant
Bletch?
bleach.
Mind belch, bleach,
That-
belch. They're all relevant.
I think. Yeah.
He corrected himself.
Yeah, jeez, give him a break, Kyle.
No intelligence found.
Does he know he's dumb?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Wouldn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your fellow perverts.
You don't deserve the air you breathe, buddy.
Here's this week's nomination for the hardest 404ing on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Let's remind people what this is all about.
Okay. The 404 Club is for people that are 404ing hard on the internet.
Yeah. And if you
So
don't know
hard.
what 404ing on the internet
the
is,
thing just
just
said.
go to a website and do /404.
Guys, we messed it up again.
Why?
We didn't update the
poll.
He's right.
The poll. That's last week's.
It's Pastor O is the winner.
Go to the live.
Well, wait, spoiler alert.
Yeah, go to live internet. There we go.
All right, so guys, if you didn't know, Pastor O is the winner. No.
And if you need to know who Pastor O is, go back
Jeremy,
to last week.
watch last
what was the story?
That was the pastor who got caught with one of his parishioners' wives and had to run out of the house naked.
Good job,
You
Jeremy.
remembered.
You remembered.
High five. High five.
That was because it was my entry.
What was 30 going on 13?
Oh, that was the teacher who claimed to be a student that was molested by another teacher.
Yeah, she was just trying to get the
Oh
other teacher
yeah,
in trouble.
she was faking it.
And the new flame Popeye.
That
That
was
was
the
the
guy
guy
who tried
that.
to burn down
that was
the
the local
Popeye,
guy.
right?
Yeah, he lit the trash can on fire.
Oh,
The
yeah.
local
In
boy.
the Council Tucky, right?
So proud of him.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get ready. Get your thinking caps on. Get your funny name generators activated.
Short names, Twitter approved.
Fire up your weed whackers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, fire up your weed whackers. You heard him.
It's just-
It's a saying. It's a thing.
It's a thing you do when you use your your
Brains.
Your weed whackers.
your imagination.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes the first accept and close these cookies. This comes from Evening Times. Here's the first nomination for the 404 Club this evening. It says, man remanded in custody for having sex with a drain.
Yeah, a man has been banged up after he was hauled.
No.
Phrasing.
Come on, guys. Stop laughing.
PG,
You're making me laugh.
Come on.
A man has been banged up after he was hauled before the court for allegedly having sex with a sewer gate. Florin Grossu was remanded in custody after he was allegedly seen fornicating with the drain cover in the middle of the day. Grossu, 33, denied indecent exposure, outraging public decency, and criminal damage relating to the January 17th incident. The man from Romford, East London, appeared at Barkingside Magistrates Court on Monday, where he was remanded in custody to appear at Snaresbrook Crown Court next month.
That sounds fake.
This one's got to be laying pipe, right? Like, that's got to be...
I like Zufu's suggestion, horrible pipe dream.
Okay, that's good.
Roto Romper, it says crazy legs.
Oh, no.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Snake the drain? I don't know.
Although laying pipe, that was a good one, too.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll leave it
always
at
up to
Teddy
Trevor.
says Grossu, no, gross you.
Yes.
All right, Trevor will put something down.
Trevor likes to be the decision maker of it all.
Yeah, he does.
Just make sure that none of them are all of them make him uncomfortable. Just make sure that.
That's right.
Trevor,
I don't like being the decision maker.
Trevor,
by the
let's
way.
make a rule here. The one that makes you the most uncomfortable
is the one you got to put.
With.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys say Zufu's What a Horrible Pipe Dream?
Yeah, we
did-
said that
I
like
did
just
really
like
like that.
5 seconds ago.
I do that, though. I forget stuff.
Although Zufu votes for laying pipe.
Oh, okay. All right, so laying pipe, I guess.
Okay.
Thank you, Zufu. Thank you. All right, this next story comes from KETV Omaha.
This one was submitted by Buck.
This is a local.
This was by in chat Marksman something.
Oh, one of our.
Shut up.
This is referencing that you guys in the chat can submit things to us.
Submit. Do we want to watch
Yes.
the video?
Tell them
or-
how.
You don't necessarily need to watch the video.
You can hit us up at email iwannaget@meninatub.com.
You can tweet to
Twitter,
us, Facebook us,
Facebook,
all the
you know,
stuff.
all the socials.
Hi, Brown Eyes for
Hey, Brown
you.
Eyes.
Hey.
Let's
I
watch
can-
the video. I
okay.
want to watch it real
Okay,
quick.
that's
Can
fine.
I watch it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to watch the video. Wait,
Resume.
resume the video.
Maybe they were too embarrassed to buy a particular product, so they resorted to
Yeah.
a felony to get it. Big mistake, because they're caught on camera. And a KETV Crime Stoppers wants them caught in person. Take a look. Two guys smashed through the front door of the Select Food Mart at 24th and Arbor. It's about 2 in the morning, December 28th. They're only inside for a few seconds, and they only took one single thing. A
Bye,
pack
Berts.
of Trojan condoms. Value $3.99. The damage the two did, though, and the fact that it's a burglary make it a felony. So take another good look at them. Fairly clear pictures.
Oh,
one with a hoodie that has
super emo.
hip-hop on the front of it. The other seemed a little younger, a blue hoodie, and he was wearing shorts. Know who they are? Contact Crime Stoppers For your protection, there's a coding system so you can stay anonymous and still get a cash reward if they're caught.
Woohoo!
Okay, we should
You
hunt
know
those
all
guys
their
down.
buddies are calling because
I
they're
know.
like,
Look at these idiots.
Yeah. No, bad video.
Oh yeah,
Jolly.
sorry.
Stop.
This site is
oh,
really
there's
annoying.
some good
so
ones
I
here.
don't know.
Baby blocker bandits.
Oh.
Profiling
Oh,
dick-
How about rubber mugging?
Rubber mugging.
Rubber mugging? Oh no!
I like, baby. What about rubber baby blocker bandits?
I don't know if I can do that. It's too much, probably.
Yeah.
I think that would fit.
Yeah. Prolific crimes of passion.
That would be prophylactic.
Oh, prophylactic. I'm sorry. I should put my glasses on. Oh, wait, they're on. We got.
Nope. Just one.
You got
two.
something in there?
We got anybody else? Anybody else want to put anything in there?
No one else has anything?
I already threw out my one.
Trevor's got it.
How about the latex caper?
Ooh, latex larceny.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, no.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
There you go.
Well, Trevor, you know how this works.
Yeah.
Make
Pick one, Trevor. And thank you, Buck, for submitting that one to us.
Oh, fine. Oh,
Yeah, appreciate that.
You mean
Especially
Marksman.
being.
I'm just kidding. Did he call himself Buck in the thing?
That's what it says in the
That's-
page here.
that's what I
Okay.
wrote.
Buck.
It was submitted by Marksman. Yeah.
It's not Buck.
Thank you,
from-
dear.
It's not their legal name.
Bucksman.
We didn't actually dox anybody.
It's not like Buck
yeah.
from
From
Halo.
freaking Halo 5. You know, now that you mention that, that's my concern about playing through the Wildlands game. Because I bet you Trevor bails on us in the last mission.
Oh, like
What?
Buck.
Like
Oh,
Buck.
Yeah.
My
just like
internet
Halo.
broke or something.
No,
I don't
you
know.
like
You're
left
like,
town. You were
"I'm
like, I don't want to play
sleepy."
anymore,
What?
guys.
No, my
He was sleepy.
Jolliver says ambiguously gay shoplifters.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know who the latex was for.
The fact that we're alleging it means nothing.
All right, here comes another nomination. This comes from Richmond Times-Dispatch. It says, judge meant to sentence pot dealer to 10 months, but mistakenly imposed 10-day sentence.
How does that happen?
It's actually anyway.
Wait,
A
so who's
marijuana-
the 404 in
The
this?
judge, I believe.
Okay.
A marijuana trafficker caught a break Tuesday when a federal appeals court held that he could not be resentenced by a judge who mistakenly imposed a 10-day sentence when he meant a 10-month term. Charles Bentel, 46, was convicted in 2003 of possession with the intent to distribute more than 100 kilograms of marijuana and a related firearms charge, for which he was eventually sentenced to 10 years, followed by 5 years of supervised release. He violated the terms of his parole and was sentenced April 28th by U.S. District Judge James C. Catcheris in Alexandria to 10 days. The 10-day term was to be added to any time that he may be given in Alexandria Circuit Court, where he faced then-pending marijuana trafficking charges. He was convicted last August and netted 3 years in state prison. But on May 12th, Catcheris convened a resentencing hearing in which he imposed a 10-month sentence, saying that the 10-day term was a clear error. But it looks like it's something that he's going to only have the 10 days due to the court saying that it stands.
I mean, he doesn't believe this should be a 404.
Yeah, he says it's a feel-good story.
Yeah. I mean,
Feel good story.
Yeah, I don't know that the judge. I mean, the only hesitation I have is that it was the dealer. Like, I mean, if it was just like someone who was in possession without the intent to deal, I would feel like, yeah, you shouldn't have got that much time. But if it being that
If
it was the
something other than pot.
And also a related firearms charge. So, I mean, whatever.
That's kind of bad too.
It depends. What was the firearms charge?
I like Zufu's soft sentence in high court.
Time bags and calendars.
I do really like Nathan's sentence fragment. But
Thanks.
I don't know.
Trevor, you're the decider.
That's true. I am the decider. No, yeah.
So are we keeping it or are
We'll
we
keep
kicking
it, whatever.
It's there. It's there.
We'll keep it.
Uh-huh.
No, we've kicked them
we-
before.
We only have
We'll let
four
the internet
options.
decide.
We've kicked them before. We
think-
would
Yeah.
still have 3.
We'd still have 3. Okay.
I think we've only kicked them before when we had over 4 options.
I think
No,
there
we've
was
had
a
a
couple
couple.
times where we went
Yeah.
with 3 because the one was so bad that
Oh,
our
okay.
Or
but
so not bad.
our
depending
yeah. All right.
All right.
This is the last nomination. Bangladesh. What's this come from? Hindustan Times.
The Hindustan Times.
Hindustan's Times. Bangladesh family arrested over fake penis scam.
A family in Bangladesh has been arrested after using a fake penis to trick villagers into believing a genie had performed a sex change on their teenage daughter, police said Wednesday.
Oh my goodness.
Villagers in southern Bangladesh rushed to the family's home seeking miracle cures after hearing the genie had changed the girl's sex and performed a circumcision as proof. But police smelled a scam and took the 15-year-old to a hospital for an examination.
Wait, he smelled it?
Sorry,
that smells fake.
I'm just reading the story.
I've smelled a lot of penises in my day, and that is not one.
Definitely doesn't smell like penis.
Well, it's a banana.
A doctor examined the teenager and discovered a fake penis tied to her waist.
Can we call this one Harambe P.I.? Sorry, just go. I'm just kidding.
You're just going off of the banana image,
yes,
aren't you?
I know. I'm sorry. Just go
The
on.
people at home listening can't see that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
sorry. There's
Thank
a-
you for keeping
Thank you,
watch
Nathan. That was good.
vigilantly for our audio listeners.
Yeah.
The girl and her parents have set up a profitable business promising to heal people with a genie. As news spread that the girl had not only been transformed but undergone a mystical circumcision, villagers flocked to see the genie's intervention with their own medical woes, Murshid added. The three will be charged with fraud and prosecuted, police say. Roughly 90% Bangladesh's 160 million people are Muslims who believe in the existence of jinns or genies. Many Bangladeshi healers claim they can communicate and befriend these magical beings or possess the powers to bottle evil spirits. Gullible villagers pay to seek the divine intervention of genies to fix their medical problems or marital issues.
Huh. So this genie in a
This
bottle.
genie, yeah. I want to know how they like convinced people. Did they just like put the lump in the pants? Is that what it was?
That's what
Or-
we're calling this one, the lump in the pants.
This is the lump in the pants.
I would also like it noted that the girl was 15.
Okay, Crazy Legs had one. I'm a peony in a bottle.
Yes. Yes. I think we could drop Ima, but peony in a bottle is good.
No one liked my false Bangla flesh.
I did like it.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That's actually decent.
There's some good ones.
I tend to favor audience suggestions, though.
And Jolliver was very noticeable of that tape measure and says that is a big banana.
Banana for scale.
Yeah.
The guy said I got a small banana. That's a callback, kids.
Oh man, I remember that somehow.
That is from
That
our
was,
lunchcast
from the
that we
Lunchcast.
posted for free.
Yes.
The free one that was out there wandering the
That
internet.
one was for free?
I don't know. There was one of them. It was around the holiday. All right. Well, Trevor,
All right,
Do your worst.
I'm leaving it up to
Okay,
you.
guys. You all know you can go vote like right away. Like get on the Twitter
The Twitter.
The
And-
Twitter.
Twitter.
and push on the one you like.
All right, it's pinned to our profile, so yeah, it's up.
Go touch your favorite.
You got 6.5 days or so.
Alrighty.
Have an idea?
I didn't know where to turn.
Mail time!
You can email us at iwannagetit@minutedub.com.
Hey, Login. How's it going? Welcome to
Hey,
the chat. We
Login.
should hang out. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Thanks for. Well, you were here last time,
Yeah,
but
you
you
were
kind
here
of
last
drop
time.
in and out lately, so hopefully you
She
can hang.
started a new job.
Oh, did she really?
Oh,
I
really?
missed
Good
that.
for you.
Sorry,
So hard on-
Congratulations. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so hard. All right, here we go. Emails. This one, we got 2 questions sent in to us from Mutiny Teddy. Thank you, Mutiny, for keeping us filled with content. The first question. I mean, and take this seriously, guys. Don't just brush it off. This is sent in to us from a viewer. This is important. Is JonBenet Ramsey still alive? I mean, we need
That's
to.
a question.
No.
Yeah, that's the question. That's one of the. There's 2 questions. I haven't asked the second question.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation, really. Maybe that seems like a bailout.
Trevor,
but I
you don't even know who JonBenet Ramsey is.
I know
do
the
you?
name. I just can't remember the situation.
Yeah, she's like a famous actress, and she was on Golden Girls. Do you remember
What?
that show, Golden Girls?
Oh.
I'm confused now. I don't think.
I was trying to tease you because you don't know about it. No, it was a little girl that was kidnapped in like the late
Colorado.
90s?
Her parents.
According to Google, she was found murdered in her parents' Boulder, Colorado home in December 26, 1996.
I'm pretty sure her dad did it.
Proof she dead. Sorry. You want to fight me, Eric? Cash me outside. I'll cash you outside. Cash you outside. How about that?
How about that?
How much do you have to cash out?
A lot.
A lot.
How much were those E3 tickets?
Yeah. We need all that money.
And the train tickets.
All right. Well, we answered that one. She did. Not to be insensitive to the situation, but I feel like enough time has passed that we can, be insensitive.
I don't think you have to be sensitive once they're dead already.
Yeah,
They're not going to feel it anymore.
She don't care.
All right, fine.
Here's the second question. Did O.J. Simpson kill Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman? I have a theory, but go ahead.
Or Ronald Goldman.
Excuse me.
I don't know about the second one, but I think you killed Nicole Simpson.
I think so, yes.
But Ron was found next to her dead, so I mean,
was he?
Yeah, that's
well, no, that was from a separate incident.
yeah.
Some guy was just walking through with Ronald Goldman's body. He's like, this is a good spot.
Convenience. I'll just put this body next to this other body.
Crazy types in she dead. D-E-D.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. I don't know. I do think that if he did it, like, because you guys are anybody familiar with his book? If I did it, where he pretty much confesses to the crime, but
I'm aware of it,
and it's all he says in there. If I did it, I would have had to have an accomplice because, I mean, I couldn't have taken them both on by myself. And so I feel like that's a pretty good confession that yes, he probably did it, but he probably had help. Which there's been there's a new series on Discovery, Investigation Discovery, which they've been covering some of this, and they believe maybe his son helped him.
3 series in a year that came out because ESPN did a big documentary on ABC as well.
I think when FX announced that, people are probably kind of jumping on that bandwagon, or it's just coincidence.
Crazy says no. I think Cuba Gooding did it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true. It was Cuba. Does it annoy you how his voice is gone? Like, does that bug anybody else? When did he lose his voice?
I don't know, but
he always talks like
talk like this, guys.
Yeah,
I'm Cuba Gooding Jr.
It sounds like Morty.
I didn't kill him, man.
What were you gonna say?
Why's everybody hating me,
Nathan?
I was gonna say I just realized that 5 days ago was the anniversary of when the Brown and Goldman family subsequently filed a civil lawsuit against Simpson and found him responsible for the 2 deaths.
Oh, okay.
Mutiny Teddy says this panel would all vote guilty according to the TV show. It's not even just the TV show. Like, there's so many things with that man. I think that he is the NFL's worst nightmare because I think he is the poster child for the concussion issues. I think that probably had a lot to do with it.
So the NFL framed him, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying the NFL is scared to death and is going to do everything they can once O.J. Simpson dies to keep his brain from scientists.
Oh my goodness! Okay,
I'm not even making that up. Like I'm convinced that is going to be their number one priority.
Eric, that is the first clip you take out of this episode. Is just Kyle emphatically saying that.
Hide OJ's brain.
No, but it's.
We're gonna make T-shirts and sell those in the store.
So you're saying, so are you saying that it's not his fault because he has brain damage?
No, I'm not saying that it's not his fault because he has brain damage.
He's saying it's not his fault because the devil possessed him.
I am just saying that
made his hand grow.
But here, seriously though, the guy was a running back in the NFL, which is one of the positions that you get hit in the head the most. So, not only did this happen, but he also he's in prison right now for other things that he did, like holding up a casino to steal his memorabilia that someone had bought.
Smart. That was really smart, actually. I think
So you're saying he did that because of his concussion?
I'm saying I
don't
think
partially
that
to blame, maybe.
I think that may be partially
just like
to
your
blame.
short term is to blame on your accident. So like same thing.
Same thing.
Well, yeah. How is that different? I mean, how is it different to have like a mental disability because of trauma that you had over and over to your brain, over and over again done to your brain? I mean,
there are
a point.
I'm just
There are tons of former NFL players that have like gone through a bunch of testing and whatnot and have that concussion.
Well, and the thing is too, the studies have shown it's not the big hits; it's just the repetitive small hits over and over and over again that are causing the actual.
Well,
problem.
that and the fact that only the last 10 years or so have they really tried to stop players from playing through concussions.
So flag football coming soon.
Yeah, flag football. That's I mean, but that's why I say that the NFL really is going to try and keep his brain from being studied by scientists.
You know, everyone in our chat has been so good at tweeting what we would like them to tonight. I'm thinking maybe people should tweet the NFL right now with hashtag.
I think there's
petition.
I don't
to
think
study
we're that
OJ's
big. I don't
brain.
think we're that big yet.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
them
No one would care.
No,
Oh, Comic-Con, yeah, we can impact that.
Yeah,
But like
that we can make an impact. Yeah. We have made an impact. Roger Goodell is not going to read those hashtags and tweets at the NFL and say,
but John,
you know what, you're right.
John Madden might, though.
John Madden.
He's bored.
Well, I mean, you got to take the football and get it into the end zone, and you get 6 points.
Wrote you a poem, Brett. You're Brett Favre. You are the farviest Favre that ever farved in a world of Favres.
That's how sports work.
So Mutiny wants to know, does that mean you're saying not guilty, Eric?
Do I think he's not guilty? I
think he's guilty. And I think
guilt and responsibility can be two different
no,
things.
I'm not saying that you can blame your brain on something and say I didn't do it. Like that, yeah. I mean, if he did it, like even if it was an injury that caused him to do it, he still did it. He's still responsible for it. It's an action he took.
He's done a lot of things that he may not have done earlier. I mean, there's a lot of people that said he changed. He wasn't the same friendly guy at the more that time passed after he was out of football. So I think that he did it. I don't think that it's all to blame, but I think that he definitely has that, whatever that disease is from concussions.
I don't think us knowing one way or the other.
CTE, I believe, is what they call it.
I don't think us knowing one way or the other like changes anything.
That's CTU.
Oh yeah. All right, Crazy Legs sent in this email to us this week. Says here's a story for the broadcast. But let's make sure and point out that the bottom of the article falsely states he was shot by handlers, in quotation marks, and tell the truth that he was assassinated by a marksman who was employed by Hillary Clinton and the DNC to silence him from leaking her private emails he had on his server.
Rest in peace, sweet angel.
Yes, that is the story here. So we have this from the Star Tribune. It says someone bid $100,000 for a Cheeto that looks like Harambe. This will die. Harambe will not. Actually, he's dead, but he won't die in our minds.
Will it let you zoom in on that picture?
Heroes get remembered.
He became bigger in death than he was in life.
That didn't zoom in as much as I thought it would.
Just talking. I'll find a better one.
Yeah. So someone bid nearly $100,000 on eBay for a Cheeto that bears a resemblance to slain gorilla Harambe. That person was Crazy Legs.
Crazy. You should have signed up for Patreon.
Yeah. The seller said that he found a cheese snack in a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Bidding began at $11.99 on January 28th. It ended early Tuesday morning with a winning bid of $99,900. The listing showed a picture of the Cheeto side by side with a gorilla climbing a tree. That doesn't even necessarily specify that was Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe's hips are much wider than that.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Because that's obviously a male, and Harambe,
Harambe has become fodder for internet jokes since his death last May.
Fodder for internet jokes? That's just rude.
That is so
I'm just reading the article. I'm just reading the article,
Kyle,
sir.
censor yourself.
He was shot by handlers or
Hillary
the DNC
Marksman.
and Hillary Rodham Clinton at the Cincinnati Zoo after dragging a small boy who had gotten into his enclosure.
I mean, he really picked up the small boy and saved his life, but I mean,
I think Jeremy's trying to fight with Crazy right now.
No, I'm agreeing with Crazy.
Oh, you're agreeing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking about it backwards.
Harambe didn't drag the boy. Saved the boy.
He picked him up and held him like
a baby.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Zufu says, I'm calling it now. Hillary Clinton will be the next John Wick.
I'm not.
I don't get it.
I don't really understand.
In the next John
Did
Wick.
someone kill Hillary's dog?
In the next John Wick.
Okay.
In.
John Wick 2 or John Wick 4?
John Wick 3.
He's
Wait,
cuter than that
who's-
Cheeto.
who's cuter than the Cheeto,
Brown
Brian?
Eyes says that
Harambe is.
Harambe.
Harambe. Oh, okay.
The real monkey or gorilla, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you. Didn't mean to use the M word on you.
I mean, that's
but it is cuter. So, thanks for your emails, guys. We appreciate
Yes.
that.
Thank you. Those were good. Keep them coming.
Yes. Send us more emails. We like it. We will talk about them. We will discuss them. Is that it? That's almost
think
it for
so.
our show. We real quick. You know, we've got to thank all of our Patreon peeps.
We love
Yes.
you guys.
All of you guys
very
that
much.
go extra and beyond just watching and supporting in this way and help us out on Patreon, we really appreciate it. You know, if you want to be part of our Patreon peeps in this section where you're a co-producer, I believe is the term.
Co-producer.
Yeah.
That's at the $10 level or higher. You will get your name up on the board here.
Well, and it's because of
Wait,
you
is it-
guys
is-
that
I think it's the 15.
Oh, sorry.
it's because of you guys that go an extra
No, you're
mile.
right. It's
that
the 10.
it's not merely a we'll never make to E3. It's a we might make it to E3 one of these days.
You guys make us
that
dangerously optimistic
Yes.
about things. Like,
and so
we love it.
You allow us to dream, and you dream with us.
There
so
could be no
thank you.
despair without hope.
And some of the benefits they get. I mean, at the $5 level, they're getting our weekly lunch cast.
You get the
which,
lunch cast,
I mean,
yes.
is like serious gold,
Yeah.
guys. Serious gold.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, we really do appreciate it, guys. But I
mean-
think.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh, I was just gonna say because I had it up here. You get pictures that
extra pictures.
Yeah.
And I've been
like
posting
the one that
a lo-
had Trevor's face.
And if you think that
I don't know what that was.
like
but
if you're thinking, I don't really, I can't really afford it or whatever, but even if you get in at $1, I've been posting stuff at $1 level quite a bit lately. So like even just like if you want to see behind the scenes, like you would know Nathan had a gun pointed at his head before anybody else.
That's right.
I did post an image of that
you
on
get
Patreon.
behind the scenes pictures of Viaria,
Maybe videos
and
where I bleep out
videos.
words and things that make it funnier. But anyways, yes, dangerously optimistic. You can quote me on that, Jay Oliver. Really, he says I'm really only paying so that you'll get that voting thing and Kyle's audio problem fixed.
That voting
Oh,
thing?
Voting thing.
I don't know what
Jeremy's
the voting
campaign?
thing- What was the voting thing?
Maybe Jolliver's referencing how we always put the wrong Twitter poll up on the show.
That might be it.
I don't know.
So that we can fix that and
clarify.
fix
Is
my audio.
how is the audio tonight, guys? Help us out at home.
Yeah,
Is
I
it working?
think he was talking about the stream that I tried to do last week.
Oh,
We're holding off
Yeah.
the free game Friday for a while. I think I may have found the issue.
It's your internet provider.
It is the internet provider, so I got to hassle them.
Yeah, but
And,
you're making some changes.
Life changes.
And that's gonna
Yeah, I'm
hopefully
moving in a
resolve.
few weeks.
Kyle bought a house. He officially adulted.
I adulted.
Congratulations on being in debt for the rest of your life.
So yay!
So,
if I pay it all off in the time that they said, I'll be over 60.
Did you hear that? He still has hope.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
there could be no despair without hope.
Nathan, thanks, Bane.
Okay,
I'm
great.
Bane.
Appreciate it, guys. For reals, though, thanks for all the support, and we will catch you next week. Be sure to watch for everything. If you're a Patreon member, you will get the Lunchcast on Monday. You'll get Viaria on Tuesday on YouTube.
I love everyone tweeting at us all week long. This week's been awesome.
Yeah, you guys are always
Keep
involved
it
on
up,
Twitter.
guys. We love it.
Yeah, if you want to talk to us, we'll try to talk back or at
Yeah.
least give you a favorite or
I
something.
apologize. I'm not always very active, but I will change that for
Not
you.
Trevor's a liar. He
Trevor
doesn't
is a
change.
liar. He
Trevor
doesn't
says
change
he'll
at all.
change, but he won't.
And,
Don't
and
trust Trevor.
I enjoyed
Fine,
bantering with Mutiny Teddy during my live tweet last night.
Yes, thanks guys. Keep
Thanks,
it up.
guys.
We really appreciate it, and thanks. We're growing this community, and someday we're going to be like bigger than
And
Harambe.
at E3,
And
right?
at E3.
Bigger than Harambe. Whoa.
Yeah.
No disrespect. No
sorry.
disrespect.
We're more popular than Harambe now.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you got that reference. All right, everybody.
Spam the dog.
Spam the dog. Good night. Sleep tight. And all that thing. Things. Those things. Them things.
Stuff.
Hey, Nathan, you got a hole in your chest. Can you stick your finger in it? Hey, you fixed it actually when you did that.
Oh, cool.
Oh nope, now it's gone. It's back. Your whole no.
Kind of looks like his shirt's cut.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're like slashes that are holes behind you.
Well, we tried.
Good night, all.
There's the music stuff.
ooh, the dance.
Double outro. Right?
Yeah.
That was a double outro.
Yeah.
Seizure point.
Seizure one.